convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
It's what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
It's what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
How many? How many? How many ways? What's up, JP? Errol JQ, what it do? Keno, Yova, Benjamin. Big homie Coop in the house. Adolfo, man. Appreciate you, Josh, man. Thank you guys for coming through tonight, man. Truly means a lot, man. Yankees are down 3-2 in the bottom of the eighth in a well-played game. In a well-played game. And it reminded me of something. The Yankees would be winning this game except for one mistake. Not Peralta. Savino had a hitter 0-2. 0-2. Made a mistake and hit him. And that led to a 3-1 rally. You know what I mean? What's up? What's up? Cinderella? I mean, Dana Dane. What's it? I'm the rapper Dana Dane. Dana Dane with fame. What's up, Mike? And it's just amazing how one thing can be the tipping point. One play. The Yankees are playing a perfect game, yo. One pitch led. Oh my God, he would have had a 1-2-3 inning. It's just insane. He walked the next batter, and the guy hit a 97-mile-an-hour fastball over the left field wall. Man, it's just insane how one move can be the tipping point, positively or negatively. You know, my tipping point, as I've told you guys 1,000 times, I spent 2 days in jail. And I said, this shit ain't for me. I ain't committed a crime since. You know what I'm saying? I haven't committed a crime since. You know, I was a petty theft. That's who I was. I was a petty theft. But I went downtown when I was looking for some information. And you see that every weekend. Yeah, perfect example. Y'all were winning. This man run. Yes, we got him. This man runs. Oh my God. Catch it, man. What are we doing? We got it anyway. 3 outs. Top of the ninth. Last 3 outs for the Yankees. All right. You're absolutely right. Last weekend with the Ravens. I'm a Giants fan, but we still can have this conversation. Oh. I wouldn't say he's playing a perfect game, but the Ravens were definitely better than the Giants this past Sunday. This man, Lamar Jackson, scrambles, run around, throws an interception. But before that play, Mr. Jones, they had an illegal formation, didn't they? They had an illegal formation. The wide receiver didn't cover up the end of the end of the line, and then he scrambles, and they got their illegal procedure. So now it's 3rd and 5.5 because remember it was 3rd and 1. They backtrack. He scrambles, runs around, and throws an interception to Love. Love runs it back. They score a touchdown, and now they're anxious. Number 5, the rookie from the Giants, strips Lamar Jackson, and the Giants go on and win the game. That's literally how it happened. One play, illegal procedure by the Baltimore Ravens. They would have beat the Giants pretty easily, you know, because they would have got that 1 yard for sure. See, it's just one play can be the tipping point in your life, man. And me going to jail for 2 days, shit, that place ain't for me, dog. No way, no how. You know, so if that can be of service to anybody, you know what I mean, anybody, you know, jail is for homosexuals, man. If that inspires you. All you're gonna do is see men all day. Men that want to fight you or fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, who wants to be there? Who want to do 25 years with motherfuckers that want to fight or fuck you? Man, come on, man. I ain't with that type of time. I like this freedom. You know what I mean? And but yeah. Before we jump into the topic, make sure you guys go order Checks and Balances, which is doing really, really well right now. It's doing really, really well. I haven't been posting all the I'll start posting the film festivals that we've got in 5 or 6 more film festivals in the past month and a half that I haven't even posted, but I'll be posting those moving forward. Broken Traditions, man. Make sure you go subscribe to Broken Traditions on Instagram or YouTube. He deals with topics that are excruciating important. But I remember when Champion Heart got on me. Now, I mean, in a grown man type of way, but I respected it. He said, well, what do you mean when you talking about nigga bitches? And I understand how that can be offensive. So I said, you know what? You're right. I'm not going to use that again. I honestly, I didn't see it as a color, but me knowing I'm talking to a predominantly Black audience, when I say that, you visualize Black women. And so I said, you know what? I don't want people to think that I'm being disrespectful to Black women. So I listened to Champion Heart that day, and I said, I'll never use it again. Well. Y'all got to see this before we move on with this boxing topic, man. And I don't mind if we stay here. I'll be honest. I do, because y'all keep on talking to me about Paulie Malignaggi in my DM, so I'll address that again. But I'll go more in depth. Listen to this, y'all. I've never heard of this woman. I don't know who she is. I guess she's a rapper or a singer. Yes. Oh, was that now? Oh, that's old, man. Why you give me hype like that, dog? Fuck. Man, they showing a replay, and I thought he hit a home run. Oh, God. Oh, man. Why they play me like that? They were talking about the regular season. But anyways, man, I really want y'all to listen to this, and we can have this conversation.
I don't think y'all got self-respect like that. Because first of all, you supposed to tax these niggas. That's self-respect.
Let's start from the top.
You feel me? Like fucking and fucking. At the end of the day, me being a hoe, like these people say, like honestly, I liberate a lot of hoes. You feel me? When I hear Cardi talk about popping some pussy, me and my bitches is with it. Like that liberate us, because it's like fuck you, self-respect ass hoes. Cause how y'all got self-respect? Like I don't think y'all got self-respect like that. Because first of all, you supposed to tax these niggas. That's self-respect.
I'll play it one more time.
You feel me? Like fucking and fucking. At the end of the day, me being a hoe, like these people say, like honestly, I liberate a lot of hoes. You feel me? When I hear Cardi talk about popping some pussy, me and my bitches is with it. Like that liberate us, because it's like fuck you, self-respect ass hoes. Cause how y'all got self-respect? Like I don't think y'all got self-respect like that. Because first of all, you supposed to tax these niggas. That's self-respect. You feel me?
Now you see what I mean when I said that, man. And I don't care how dignified we are in this barbershop. Cardi B will reach more black women than probably all of us combined in here. Through her click and play, through her Instagram, through her social medias, through her performances, through TMZ, through media. This is the person that inspired, what's the guy's name? Joe Biden, to go jump on her Instagram. This is the woman that created the song that inspired Hillary Clinton to do what? Go down to Houston and say what's up to Meg the Stallion. I'm telling y'all, man, I understand that we go home every day. I understand it. But when you got something as venomous as this, it's challenging to compete with it, man. Like, it's so challenging. And this is why I'm so extra aggressive with it, because Cardi B's gonna wake up tomorrow and reach 1 million people, 2 million people tomorrow, just with a post, and this is what we're up against, It's just destroying the fabric of us. It's destroying all the good, decent people in here, man, that's raising families, that's adopted black kids, that had and have black kids, that and just good people in general, man. This shit is going to circulate all across the world. And no matter how great your high school teacher is, Cardi B, guess what? Will have a bigger impression, because Cardi B speaks on a frequency that a teacher can't teach on. I use me as an example. When I was a school teacher in high school, it was that I know it vividly. It was that the game, the underdogs on top. I'm gonna shine until my head raps MVP. I'm raps MVP. All the kids came in singing that song. That was the song in my class for that year. And you can't compete with it. When you got 13 kids listening to the same song, how you gonna compete? It's hard, man. And sad and true, half my population, or excuse me, a percentage of my population are in jail. Yeah, they gonna behave as best they can for a couple hours while they in school. Yeah, it's 50 Cent. Yeah. Thank you, dog. Yeah, they gonna behave while they're in school, but they got 17 hours not in school. When they wake up in the morning, they listen to that frequency, that deaf frequency. When they get out of school, that deaf frequency, that deaf frequency, that deaf frequency, that deaf frequency, that deaf frequency. You see what I'm saying? It's disheartening, man. It's very disheartening that we literally can't compete with that, not unless we just mainstream media, mainstream people, black men, black women, mixed men, Mexican men, Mexican women, Asian men, Asian women, whatever. We say, we don't want this in our community. We don't want this in our community, dog. No, it's not welcome here. It's not welcome here. Nah, I'm cool on it. And this is why I speak so loudly against it. Because I know there's some 17, 18, 19, 25-year-olds. Damn, he swung for the fences. That's going to hear my voice, and maybe it makes a difference, or may see your comments in the comment section. It may make a difference, man, but we got to fight against this. I've never listened to it. Only listened to Cardi B one album one time, because it and it's on purpose. I've never listened to WAP. I listened to WAP on purpose to read the lyrics. I was trying to find the lyrics for a post I did last week or 2 weeks ago on my Instagram. I listened to Cardi B one time, and it's because I was in someone else's car when I was in New York. I was like, what is this trash? I just remember Fall Down 9, Get Up 10. That's the only thing I remember about it, you know. But that was her first album, right? I hadn't listened to her second. Did she have a second album? I don't even know. But the Yankees just struck 2 out, man. They down to their last out. Damn, this was a well-played game. God damn. Sheesh. 2-seam fastball right down the pipe. Damn. It's tough when you lose these well-played games. You know what I mean? Like, these games be well played like a son of a biscuit. All right, we down to our last out, y'all. And if you have, and if you guys have the zone, Kid Austin is fighting on the zone right now. I don't know when he's getting up, but he's fighting. So if you guys want to pull that up on a second window and let me know how he's doing, that'd be great. I forgot to download the zone. I don't even know my password, dog. You know, I had to order it because I not had to, but when I had company over for the Canelo Golovkin fight, so I got the zone. It's 2-0, 2-0. But man, these Yankees are tough. These Yankees are in a tough spot. We got to come back Saturday, 1 o'clock, man. We got to come back, man. We can't go down 3-0, man. Let me love you. What's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Man, what's going on, dude? Listen, my fucking Ali picture broke last night, bro.
Oh, it just shattered. The picture is fine.
Yeah, the picture's cool, but it fell off, nigga. The frame.
Yeah, that can be replaced. I'm glad the picture wasn't messed up.
It's got a little chip on it, but damn.
Is it signed by Ali?
Nah, hell no.
Oh, it's just like a poster picture?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad everything else is doing great in your life. If that's the worst thing that's going on in your life, you're doing well.
Yeah.
Hey, did you get a chance to see what I just posted? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I mean, listen, dude, she came to Oakland, bro. I mean,
who came to Oakland?
That bro.
She from Oakland?
Florida. Nigga, hell no. I said you basically shit.
Sumika? I never heard of her. She a rapper?
She rapper, porn star, all type of shit, man. She just
oh my gosh,
ghetto bitch. Yeah. She probably got some good ratchet pussy.
I never even heard of her.
Yeah. And she famous for doing nigga shit, you know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. She had a video, nigga, worst nigga, more X-rays than tip drill.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I want y'all to see this though.
Hey, Broker Traditions be dropping some gems on his page, dog.
Yeah, he does, don't he? All right, let's watch this though.
Rick Rubin, I talked about the 808. This is real. Now, I'm gonna say some anti-Semitic shit. I'ma fuck your bitch. I'ma kill this nigga. I'ma fuck your bitch.
Let me play it from the beginning.
I'ma kill this nigga.
Because you missed the
I'ma
question.
fuck your bitch.
No, I seen that shit. I seen that already.
Rick Rubin, I talked about the 808.
This chakras is real.
Now, I'm gonna say some anti-Semitic shit. I'ma fuck your bitch. I'ma kill this nigga. 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 That's the real anti-Semitic shit that the Jewish people get paid off of.
I don't know what's this opioid thing, man.
But being a crackhead wasn't cool back then. Being a crackhead wasn't cool. Now they seem like they're making it cool to be drinking lean and syrup, and
it's the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. but I have to. I can't give up on people.
What I'm saying, that's hypocritical though. You're saying the
it's
opioid problem's a problem.
opportunistic. Yeah. I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Who's Dame Dash?
Remember I talked about the chakras? Remember I talked about Rick Rubin? I talked about the 808?
The chakras is real.
Now, I'm gonna say some anti-Semitic shit. I'ma fuck your bitch. I'ma kill this nigga. 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 That's the real anti-Semitic shit that the Jewish people get paid off of.
I don't know what's this opioid thing, man.
But being a crackhead wasn't cool back then. Being a crackhead wasn't cool. Now it seems like they're making it cool to be drinking lean and syrup and
it's the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
You think that's hypocritical though?
It's opportunistic. Yeah, I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Who's Dame Dash?
Am I talking about the?
See what I'm saying, Kyle?
Yeah, he know who the fuck Dame Dash is.
Oh, that's Leo Cohen, right?
Yeah.
That's
He
Leo
been
Cohen.
stealing, man. He been stealing from the black folks since the beginning of time, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Murder Inc., right? I don't know if you saw the documentary, but you probably should, right? They talked about how Ja Rule, remember how Ja Rule had all the love songs and being, your Yankees getting their ass beat?
Oh, he checked swing and he struck him out. Anyways, go ahead, dog.
Is it on ESPN?
It's over.
Damn.
They're down 2-0. Okay, you're about to make a great point. You're about to make a great point.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook is fucking garbage, though. I'm watching this fucking game.
I'm about to turn to it now.
We fucking suck. We close to winning, but we fucking suck. Hey, so remember how Ja Rule was trying to promote like the love and being with your woman and shit like that? They tried to make him scrap that whole album. The most sold album of his career was almost scrapped. And then Irv Guy said, Irv Guy told the nigga, hell no, man, we put his album out. Fuck what y'all niggas talking about. And it sold hella much. And he told Leo Cohen, don't ever tell me how to do my music shit ever again. Because they were trying to keep that same street shit, the same, gangster shit, you know what I mean? All that. And then that's when Ja Rule came with the singing with the ladies and shit. And it sold the most records. You know?
Yeah. It's how much blame do you put on the artist?
I put all of it on him. Because look at Lil Russell. Shout out to the Bay. Look at Lil Russell.
Shout out to the Bay, man.
Shout out to the
he about to put a whole restaurant on. I just reposted on my stories. Yeah. Dude, I'm such a big supporter of him.
He did that a few times. He's done that a few times.
Yeah, but he's actually doing it for the whole season now.
Yeah.
Pay what you want.
And the thing is, people don't understand when you say that. Like I be like, damn, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, how much do I pay sometimes? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like somebody might drop 1,000. Another person might drop 5. Somebody might drop $1. Somebody might drop $10. Somebody drop a dub. You know what I'm saying? And but hey, man. But shout out to Lil Russell. You don't see him promoting that bullshit. Look at Simba. You don't see him promoting that bullshit. You know what I mean?
You're right.
So, this might be his last album on the major, but it is what it is. That's the sacrifice niggas make, but it's a sacrifice that needs to be made.
He won't do you said it's his last album where?
No, I said it might be his last album on a major because he probably not gonna sell that much.
Who,
You know
Simba?
what I'm saying? Yeah, just I mean, I'm hoping he does. He got bars and shit, but you know how it go.
He's like an underground artist anyway, though. You know what I mean? He got that feel.
You know what I mean? But he got a major label deal though. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm hoping he sells as much as he need to keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But check it out though. If everybody was just like, man, fuck this shit, we ain't making no type of music like this ever, and then nobody make the music, then what? Hey, where do we go from there? That's the music that niggas is gonna go to. It's the only music you got. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they put out is what we're gonna get. So it's gotta be an artist. But also, you know, the monetization of the music is the white folks, the Jewish folks. You know what I'm saying? You know what's going on out here. Look who helped put Def Jam on. It was Rick Rubin and Russell Simmons. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
There's no OGs in hip hop.
Yeah, I mean it ain't. But there are, but listen, let me say this though.
Mm-hmm.
There are OGs, but are they being listened to is a totally different thing. Are they being respected on the same level? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Because you know niggas like shiny shit, man. You know that niggas love shiny shit.
Well, tell me a artist that's using as being a big brother in hip hop.
Shit, look at Young Jeezy.
I don't know about Jeezy.
Yeah, I mean,
really?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
His new album is on that level.
His last album was on that level.
Really? I gotta watch. I gotta listen to it.
Yeah, man, he let a motherfucker talk shit about his dead homie. Man, that's growth. And then you know, Gucci Man basically was saying like, man, y'all stop talking about the dead. You know what I'm saying? Because you know he made the song about the niggas trying to kill him and shit. So I mean, you know, but there is OGs around. There are OGs around. You know what I'm saying? There's not. The fuck is that, Russell Westbrook?
Oh, you a headache.
Damn. Fuckers, man. We can't make a fucking shot to save our lives. Nigga waddle for a layup and then try to turn around and pass the ball and almost had a turnover. Jesus Christ.
I don't see any OGs in hip hop, man. Like I'm thinking really, really hard. J. Cole's not an OG. Kendrick is not an OG. Snoop Dogg still gang banging. Dr. Dre is, as of last year, 2 years ago, still hitting women. What else? Or shall we say allegedly? What else? Who else? Who else is an OG that I could think of? Damn.
You got Fat Joe.
Fat Joe still calling black women bitches, and nah, he ain't no OG. Like, who else?
Maybe Gilly.
Man, come on. 50 Cent ain't taking care of his kids. No matter if you are debating the 6,700 or not, his child shouldn't be saying that. What else? I'm trying. Jay-Z is all about money. He's not. Although 444 was a hell of an album, but I don't think his actions is because he's still commingling with them. You know, his success is predicated upon how they treat him. There's no independent success. He's made a lot of money, but you know.
Well, I mean, we could say Dame Dash, but he's not
Dame Dash.
But he's not in the music game no more, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, he is.
Nah, he not. He don't do music no more at all. He don't do music at all. He don't fuck with the music at all.
Man, I need an OG in hip hop, dog. LL Cool J. I haven't heard nothing from him, but he's doing more acting. His last album that I really listened to was Hush, baby, don't let me go.
Maybe Rick Ross.
He's not an OG yet, though.
Probably lightweight though.
I'm trying to think who's E40. How's E40? Is he solid out there? He's an OG. Is he solid out there?
Yeah, he's
He's
solid.
solid.
But I'm saying, but like you want somebody that's not making that type of music though.
Is E40 making bullshit music?
I mean, now is it really considered bullshit music if it's like party music? It's just different. I don't know. It's different though. But I'll say this though, his actions are different as far as like how he moving.
I ain't gonna lie. I see him more at Golden State games than I see him in front of a mic.
I mean, but niggas is old though, Fred. I mean, what time? I mean, old niggas ain't rapping.
They the OGs. I was kids when they were out.
You know what I'm saying? They're not rapping. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know, rap music is the only music that just disowns the old.
All right, let me clear it up. Who's holding these guys accountable? I've only heard one song in my life, and that was when J. Cole went at 21 Savage. Like literally said, "Nah, young nigga, don't do it that way. This is the right way to do it. And I'm gonna put you on my tour and pay you so you can do it that." Bun B, Killer Mike. Killer Mike is more political, so Killer
Mike.
I can go with Killer Mike. I can go with Killer Mike, but I haven't heard his stuff. But I can, based off what I see
he just
on
dropped the
social
album.
media.
Yeah, so he just dropped the album, so he count.
Ice Cube, he's a businessman.
Ice Cube ain't rapping.
He's not. But they not holding people accountable. Ice Cube ain't holding people accountable. Like, listen, young nigga, we don't need that bullshit music.
I mean, he tried to hold us accountable, and then they said, "Fuck you, don't go to Trump."
I respect that about him.
Go to Biden. So fuck it. Nah, So he said, "Fuck y'all." So I agree with Q. Fuck y'all. If y'all want to be fucked over, get fucked over. I ain't with y'all niggas.
Someone got to hold these guys accountable. I don't know. There has to be somebody, like in boxing. There has to be. The reason why these fighters are not going through it is because Roy Jones, Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather didn't do their part. You get what I'm saying? Like they didn't hold the industry accountable. There's no way in hell that success between Floyd, Roy, and Andre, that these fighters shouldn't be singing the same songs.
I mean, but Andre Ward really didn't have the success that he could have, though.
But he had power.
What power?
He was the pound for pound best fighter in the world.
That don't mean shit, Freddie. You know it. Cut the shit, Fred. It's a business, man. You can be the best fighter in the world and not have no power.
Now you don't understand. He has a platform. At that point, he had a platform, and he chose to say nothing.
You had a platform. You only sold 7,500 tickets at the Oracle.
That's not what I'm saying, Kyle. I'm saying
what are we seeing though? Like what is there to say though?
Kyle, if you are the fighter that everyone, if you are the generational fighter of this era and you don't stand up, then it becomes cyclical. He was the generational fighter. Roy Jones, Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward. Those are the three fighters off the top of my head, post Mike Tyson and Chavez, that I can say had boxing, like they were in control on some level, you know? If you don't think it's Andre Ward, let's go Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones. It don't matter. But I'm just saying, I don't want the conversation to be about Andre Ward. I want the conversation to be about past generations, like in hip hop, not forcing the change. They just being opportunistic. They just like, hey, I'll make more money than you. You know, that's the celebration. Floyd tells us every day, y'all fighting for your life, and I'm fighting tune-ups or exhibitions, and I make more than you.
I just don't think boxers, they don't have the control though. They don't have the control. They don't. Now I say this. They don't think they have the control that they really have. So you know what I mean. The only person that really spoke up and shit, if people kept his shit together, Adrian Bronner.
You're right.
Because he took a lot of people under his wing and told them what not to do and shit like that.
If Adrian Broner would have, yeah, you're right about Adrian Broner. He's one of the few guys that would have made a world of a difference had he really shrunk down and really took hold. He would have, but you know,
but we got somebody right now.
Who's that?
So we're in good hands.
Who's that?
I mean, the greatest heavyweight of our fucking era, man. Come on, man. The bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about the chakras.
He's not the greatest. I mean, Tyson Fury beat him, so I'm not gonna say that.
Man, fuck that cheating ass.
No, but he's our most beloved.
I'll say this, dog. You take his career and you put it with.
No, I love Wilder,
career.
but Wilder, but
I mean, you can lose to heavyweight. Listen. You can lose to somebody and still be better than them.
You talking as a human being? No,
nigga, I'm saying period. They were just better that night. That don't mean they better than you overall. They just better that night.
Kyle, I love Wilder as much as you do, but I can't lie to Wilder because he got to fight this man again. No, he got to fight this man again.
So, hold on. So was the Detroit Pistons team better than the Lakers team?
Yeah, they beat them.
Who on their team is better than Kobe? Who on their team is better than Shaq? But I'm saying, who is better though? What I'm saying is they just had an off night. He had an off night. It's fine.
No, he had 2 off nights. So you got to give that man credit. And you can't pander to Wilder. And the reason why you can't pander to Wilder is because I want Wilder. It looks like he may get a fourth. He may get a fourth attempt. You got to hold Wilder accountable that he lost. So he works his ass off. And that's the standard that I would hold him to. The same standard I would hold Devin Haney to. The same standard I hold myself to. The same standard I hold Lincoln to. You know, as much as I love Wilder, if Wilder was sitting right here, I would say Fury's the best heavyweight right now in the world. He beat him. He's the best heavyweight in the world. And that may be the fire he needs. But I'm not gonna pander to him. You know, Wilder is not the best heavyweight. He's the greater man. He has more character. He has more integrity. And I love Wilder dearly. But Fury's the best heavyweight right now. And you can make a case for Wilder Usyk somewhere in there. You know, I think. Jerry wants to call him. Go ahead, Jerry. Holler at me, dog. Any response?
Nah, I still got Deontay Wilder. It's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? There's an opinion and I got one. And that's the opinion I'm going with, nigga. You know what I'm saying? The greatest heavyweight of our era, nigga. Shit. Listen.
So you think he's a greater fighter? You think he's a greater fighter than Fury? Greater boxer than Fury?
Yeah.
I'm interested in this. Turn me down, Jerry. Do you think do you think Wilder is a greater right now? 10-20-22. Is Wilder a greater fighter than Tyson Fury?
I would say yes.
You got to articulate that. How?
Because he did it honest. He did it with integrity. You know what I'm saying? He didn't take no shortcuts. You dig what I'm saying? Listen, Deontay Wilder has done more than Tyson Fury has done. So in the overall scheme of things, Deontay Wilder defended his title 10 times. Tyson Fury defended his title, what's it going to be, 3 times his whole career. So in my mind, that makes you greater because you held it down longer, right? We say Kareem. Most people your age, old motherfuckers, say Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the best player to play in the NBA.
That's not the conversation because we talking one-on-one sports. We're not talking team sports.
What I'm saying is when I'm talking about the individual.
Kyle, you sound ridiculous. Kyle, you sound ridiculous.
No. You sound ridiculous for trying to cake for this motherfucker. I don't cake. Tyson Fury.
I don't cake. No, fuck Tyson Fury. But I'm going to be honest with Wilder. I'm not going to sit here and lie to Wilder. No, Wilder needs to understand that he is the underdog going into the Tyson Fury fight. So those extra 30 miles you need to do in camp, those extra rounds you need to do with Malik Scott, that extra tape videos that he need to do with. No, I'm behind. I'm not pandering. I'm not pandering at all. You're pandering right now. You're like, oh, my beautiful black queen of the Nile. Snap. You're pandering a little bit, Kyle.
No, I'm not. I'm just keeping it.
You are pandering.
He's done it. Listen, Fred, he's been greater longer, bro. That's a fact. He's been greater longer. He's been better longer. He had a longer run than Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury got knocked off his square. All right, cool. But at the end of the day, he had a longer run than Tyson Fury. Did he or did he not? Did he not have a longer run?
I said who's the greater fighter, 10, 20, 22. That's what I said. Now you sounded like Deacon right now. You just running off into a fucking sermon.
Hey, it's yet to be seen.
Come on, man. Anyways, Kyle, you ain't ready for the big leagues yet, man. You ain't ready. That means you can't sit in front of a fighter and tell him the truth.
Let me get at him.
All right, go ahead, Jerry.
Oh, Jerry, what the hell you got to say?
Hey, Kyle.
Shit.
Listen, did we not see Devin Haney just whoop George Kambosos 2 times in a row? Did we not see that? He didn't even stop him or beat him up and stop him like Fury stopped Wilder, but he beat him 2 times convincingly in a row. We ain't talking about, oh, well, Kambosos had a bad night. No. Devin Haney is better than him. Tyson Fury has proven in 3 fights he's better than Deontay Wilder.
2 fights. Two fights.
Oh, so you agree? You disagree?
No. I'm setting his record straight. I'm setting Jerry's record straight because he said 3 times and he only proved it twice. If you're gonna give it to him,
I'm so happy you're not in Wilder's camp, Kyle. I'm so happy.
When Wilder lost the second fight to Tyson Fury, he made a million excuses. Not one formal protest to the commission. Not one, but a million excuses. And
what second fight did he lose? He didn't make no excuses. No, I hate.
Let him get off.
No, he ain't getting off.
Let him get off.
Dog, he just said.
Let him hear it. Let him make his point, Kyle.
No, stop interrupting. He made a million excuses. Not one formal protest.
The second fight he lost, Fred. That's false.
Let him make his point, Kyle. It's not. You can respond.
Roy Jones, Timothy Bradley, the Charlo brothers, and many more said what the truth was. Listen, Deontay, don't make excuses and be in denial about you getting your ass whipped. Face the fact that you got your ass whipped and fix the things that will make a difference. We're talking veteran Hall of Fame fighters like Andre Ward and Roy Jones. They know better than the accusations that Wilder was making. The mistake was his. That's why he couldn't beat him in the third fight, because he really didn't fix the things that he had to fix. But even if he had, it still could play out that just like with Haney and Kambosos, Haney is better than Kambosos. Fury is Wilder's kryptonite.
As of today.
And it doesn't mean that Wilder can't be great or he can't have his own greatness. He certainly can. But if you watch enough boxing, you know a lot of times you got one adversary. Ken Norton was that for Ali. Ali got victories over Norton, but it's arguable if he really won those fights because Norton was just kryptonite for Ali. And that's what Fury is for Deontay Wilder. You don't have to feel like you're slighting Wilder or wavering in your loyalty to him because of that. That is how it goes.
All right. Well, okay. So we gotta correct you real quick though, because you said the second fight that he lost. So the second fight, he didn't make no excuses. The last time he fought Tyson Fury, he made no excuses. He didn't.
That's
You know,
none left to make.
Okay, but you said his second fight. So what second fight did he lose that you're talking about? It was a draw. The first fight was a draw, so it wasn't a loss.
The second fight. That's when he made
You said
all
the
these.
second fight that he lost.
Yeah, I know exactly what happened. The first fight was a draw. I had Fury win the fight by rounds, as most people did, but it was called a draw. That's fine and good. Wilder didn't make
But most people, most people did not.
But
But let me say this though. Let me say this though.
When he got whipped,
Kyle, we got people listening. Let him get off.
But you said I ain't get off yet though. He got off. I started talking, then he got hit, and then he let him get off on me now.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
The hell is going on around here in these people, man? What the fuck is going on? Listen, listen what I'm saying.
I'll make the breaking news when you guys get done.
Okay, so he brought up Roy Jones, which got caught for using PEDs. So he can't say nothing about a motherfucker not being able to cheat when he got away with fucking cheating. All right, so don't bring Roy Jones into the mix.
What about Ward?
Brother, please.
Let him respond, Jerry.
Man, I know I cut you off a few times, so I'm gonna let you slide this time, Jerry. What I'm telling you is,
Jerry, let him get off, Jerry.
Damn, I just said what you slide this time, but you slide.
I know, but Kyle, you gotta do the same thing too, man. All right, go ahead, Kyle. Go ahead,
just said I let you slide this time.
Hey, Kyle.
I'm going on with Kyle, Fred, and also he's the best heavyweight champion because all of his fights, except for the ones with Fury, were without controversy.
Not
Fury's fights as a heavyweight.
Jerry, God damn, Jerry, let the man get off.
Hey, Jerry, I know you love Fury, but it's truth is truth. And Fury's fights were always with controversy. Why is that? Now you can respond.
Hey, Fred, real quick, Kid Austin just knocked this dude out in the first round, like knocked him out.
Someone just posted in breaking news. This is gonna change the topic. They said that Terence Crawford has signed. Wow, big shot. Has signed to fight David Avenesian December 10th.
They just want the fans to go crazy. We don't care. Let them fight.
Let them fight. I don't give a fuck. But anyways, listen. I think Wilder and Gary Russell, to me, and Errol Russell is, not Errol Russell. Errol Spence is growing on me to that capacity. I love these men dearly. Like I worked out in a Deontay Wilder. I paid $70 for a Deontay Wilder hoodie. I am Frugal Freddy, as y'all know. I paid $70 at the Barclay for a Deontay Wilder hoodie. Okay, and I worked out in it today purposely because I was boxing today, and I want people to know that I fuck with Wilder. If Wilder is sitting in this room right now, I would tell Wilder, you are the underdog versus Tyson Fury. Period. And I agree with you. I agree with you that Fury cheated in the second fight because I saw Wilder's injuries. I saw his head. I've never seen a glove make that injury. Never in my life. And I've never seen an open palm like that. And as you guys know, we raised money for me to fly to the commission the week before COVID started. I was going to fly to the commission on that Tuesday and present a case for an investigation. So I do. But the third fight, Wilder came in. Wilder gave this man his best shot. I don't know how that motherfucker keep getting up, but he got up, and that's all I can say. Do I root for Wilder 100%? I do. But I can't lie to Wilder. I love him dearly, like dearly. Like I would consider Wilder a friend of mine, friend. And I don't want my message to get convoluted, but I have to tell the truth because I want Wilder to prepare like he's the underdog. I don't want Wilder going into a motherfucking fight thinking he's the favorite. No. We the underdog, and that's how I feel. Go ahead, Jerry.
A million excuses, not one official protest. There's where the claims of the cheating fall right on their ear. Not to mention the fact that Wilder had two representatives in the dressing room watching the gloves get wrapped. the whole nine. Like I said, he got a draw in the first fight when he really lost, but he got a draw. That's fine. He didn't make any excuses. In the second fight, he got his ass whipped totally. He made a million excuses, even so far as to blame his own trainer, his own career-long trainer, and suggest that he spiked his water. That should tell you right there. If he made one excuse, oh, my shoulder was bad, and he stuck to that, that's one thing. When you make a million excuses, you're going to file a protest with the commission. There's going to be some type of protest. As far as the dent in his head, go Google the Nonito Donaire, and the opponent, I'm not sure, but he had the same dent in the side of his head that Wilder had. And this is what happens when you get what's known as your jaw jacked. Right in front of the ear is the mandibular joint. And right in front of there's muscle tissue that's incorporated that goes around your skull. When your jaw gets dislocated, that muscle also gets positioned over. What you're seeing there in that impression is not bone. Bone doesn't bend. Bone breaks. It breaks when you hit it. Doesn't bend and can cave in. What you're seeing is the muscle has been displaced because his jaw has been misaligned at the bottom from the top. This is a common injury in boxing. I deal with it myself because I have TMJ and I know what it is. And the left side of my head from a car accident it's kind of just like Wilder's, but not quite as bad. That's what that is. If there was an egg-shaped object in the glove, his corner would have seen it put in. Also, he took his gloves off after the fight. There's no fucking egg shape. That's a pipe dream. Wilder got beat by Fury twice, and if they fight a fourth time, his only chance of beating him outside of his big punch, because the reality is that he damn near knocked Fury out in the first fight. He came a millisecond away. And in the third fight, in the fourth round, he damn near stopped him again. But outside of that, if Wilder is to have a chance against Fury, he has to recognize that he lost to him honestly and fix the things that caused him to not be able to beat him. That's what it is. All this cheating stuff is nothing but conspiracy until you come with some proof, and he's yet to come with any proof. It's just his fans want to buy into it, and they want to they're just convinced that Fury cheated when there's no real proof and there's been no formal dispute with the commission, not one.
Hey, Jerry, so what about the changing the referee at the last minute? What was the point in that, though?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't determine.
No, I asked you what was the point? Why changing though? Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not going to determine.
Hey, Jerry, can you answer this question for me though? Was that count not long as a motherfucker though?
Which fight? Which fight are you referring to?
The last fight. All fights, the counts were slow as hell.
No.
That count
in the last fight,
was slow
very
as hell.
clear to see. Deontay Wilder scores a very legit knockdown on Fury in the fourth round. The ref puts him in the neutral corner. At that point, you got one job, which is to stay in the fucking neutral corner. If you come out of it, any ref is going to stop that fight. They may allow you a foot or so forward out of the corner, but if you come clean out the corner, like Wilder did, he went all the way to the other corner into the view of the ref site. Every ref in boxing is going to stop the fight and put that fighter back in the neutral corner. Tyson Fury scores a knockdown. He runs to the neutral corner because he knows I got one job here, which is to get to the neutral corner and stay there so the ref count doesn't get interrupted. Wilder made a very crucial mistake, but it didn't matter because Fury was already on his feet at the count 6.
Okay.
So the count got delayed, but it got delayed because of Wilder's dumb actions.
Okay. Are you done? Are you done? You done?
Well,
okay,
did you hear that?
So I heard everything you said, but I need you to understand something. You know they have a timekeeper, right? That you can look to and figure out where the count is at. You do know that, right?
I know that.
Okay, so if you look at an interview that I did with the great Robert Hoyle, he's the referee, he tells you that the timekeeper is your best friend because the timekeeper allows you to pick up the count after you push the person in the neutral corner. So what you said was bogus as hell. So he didn't have to. So he didn't have, dude. He did not have to stop anything, bro. He could have looked at the timekeeper and said, "Bro, listen to what I'm telling you. I interviewed the referee already, dude. I talked to a referee already. You're not a referee, cuz."
Oh, good play.
Okay, well, you're not a referee either. If they're legit,
Jerry, I interviewed the referee.
Why did Wilder file a complaint with the commission? If what you're saying is so cut and dry, it would have been easily ratified by him filing a complaint with the commission with the video proof, the video footage to prove it. Yet he did not. You tell me why.
Didn't Cotto go to the commission about Mark Rito's glove?
Yeah, that's a different scenario. We're talking about.
No, just answer the question. No, don't answer the question with the thing. No, he didn't go to the commission. Wilder said.
It ain't looking good, Jerry.
No, the Wilder said that the reason why he didn't go to the commission because he had a chance to rectify this man cheating in the ring. He could legally do harm to this man for cheating him. That's what Wilder said. He said, and get paid for it. So it's your discretion how you want to interpret that. But I mean, on some level, I agree with him. Like, shit, I get to do harm to this guy who did harm to me. And you got to respect the fact that Wilder pursued the third fight, pursued it like court, mediation.
He did, but it
injunctions.
didn't work out.
No, it didn't work out. No, I'm agreeing with you. It didn't work out. But the reality, yes, go ahead.
My bad, Fred. Hey, also explain why cover cameras. If you're not trying to do anything, well, who does that? Why didn't you cover the cameras? You don't know?
Oh, that again, that doesn't determine the fight. Wilder's representative. Dressing room.
What the?
Maybe he didn't want to see their last minute preparation.
Jerry.
A lot of fighters don't even allow the cameras back there.
Jerry.
You got more excuses than a brother going.
Right, Jerry.
No. Wilder's got more excuses.
So Jerry, explain the gloves.
A million excuses, not one formal protest.
Jerry, explain the gloves. With all this wealth of boxing knowledge that you've been watching, explain the gloves then. Explain the gloves in the first fight.
Just like Andre Ward said.
No one listens to Andre Ward.
This dude, you see?
Now,
breaking news.
He didn't. No, I'm not speaking for them, Jerry. I'm just saying he don't count to me.
I can't hear y'all, guys. We really can't hear nobody. Go ahead, Jerry.
Any other time Ward says something, it matters. But because he said there what his honest opinion is, it doesn't go along with what you want to believe. So now Andre Ward's point doesn't matter.
No, that's my opinion, Jerry. I'm just saying I haven't listened to Andre Ward since he decided he didn't want to be on the black side.
Black, white, if you want to make it back, that's up to you. Bottom line is, you make one formal protest. If you really believe I cheated and you really believe that I had an egg wig and I fucking took the padding out of the gloves, those are major accusations. If you truly believe that and I cost you millions of dollars and whooped your fucking ass, you're going to make a complaint to the commission. You're not just going to let that shit ride. And that's what he did. He let it ride. He gambled on the third fight. And then the third fight, he didn't make any excuses because there was no more to make. He already made all the excuses that he could possibly make, even blaming his own trainer. And the third fight, he had two representatives in there watching the gloves get wrapped. He got beat, honestly. He put up a good fight. He damn near stopped Fury in the fourth. But the end result was he got beat again, and that's that. And if they fight again, bet money, Tyson Fury going to do a worse on him.
Jerry, that's it. You are not allowed to hang with Paulie anymore.
Hold on. Bigger news. Hey, bigger news.
It better be big.
The 49ers just got Christian McCaffrey from the fucking Carolina Panthers.
They didn't get him a quarterback. That's crazy,
Are you
man.
serious?
A couple of draft picks.
Bro, is you serious?
Man, I'm serious, dog.
He a bad motherfucker.
Reported, dog.
He should have won the Heisman that year over Andrew Luck. If ain't
gonna be in trouble. 49ers ain't blocking nobody.
It wasn't Andrew.
They ain't blocking it. Well, he don't need block, but
Kyle, you broke us up for that. Come on, please.
We got one of the best offensive lines in the fucking game.
Hey, Jerry, you
More
realize
breaking news. Anthony Davis' back is hurt. I ain't lying. He went to the dressing room. He went to the dressing room, dog. Oh, man, this motherfucker. Street clothes.
This nigga, he is made out of fine fucking China.
No, he's made out of fucking. Nah, he's made out of. Nah, he ain't made out of China. He ain't got.
Y'all saying he got a yellow streak down his back, basically.
Yeah, this motherfucker got it. They might as well put him in bubble wrap.
What is thinner than China, Fred? Like, what is more fragile than fine China? What is it, crystal?
I don't know.
Fucking guy.
Candy glass.
You know, I've never eaten on China. I have China. I've never.
Fred, you don't eat on the China, man. You black. You just stays in your in the China cabinet, brother. You don't touch that. You don't touch.
No, I guarantee you, by this time next year, I will have had one dinner in China because it's Dre's grandparents' China. But who gives a fuck about that shit, man? We want to get back to this wilder shit, which is everybody's entertaining about.
Jerry was talking.
Okay, no, Fred. Let me hold Jerry. Let me hold Jerry's ass to the coals real quick.
Go ahead,
Jerry. You starting to sound. You don't look good right now, and I root for you, but well, I don't root for you, but I appreciate your wisdom. But you don't sound good right now. Every time I ask you a question, or anyone on this panel asked you a question, you either answered with a question or you deflected. Like, don't tell me about what Andre Ward said. I asked you based off of your knowledge of watching boxing. Did it look like something was off with those damn gloves, man? Answer that question. Don't tell me about Andre Ward, man. Tell me how you feel.
I won't. As long as you promise to do the exact same thing. Because what you're accusing me of, everyone's guilty of. Nobody just answers with a simple yes or no. Everybody makes reference and refers to different things. You do it, I do it, we all do it. That's how we make our points. If you're asking me, do I think his gloves were something was wrong? No, I don't believe there was.
Wow. We're gonna make you a Wilder fan before it's too long, Jerry.
Wow.
You're not gonna. As long as Wilder keeps saying he wants to kill somebody, I'm never going to be a fan.
I think he's moved on from that.
Yeah, he's changed. He's changed his whole train of thought from that.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like the Wilder narrative. Like, I mean, did you see his post press conference? Like, Jerry, I'm trying to tell you, it ain't looking good, bro. It ain't looking good. Like, it's almost like Jerry, you should be suspended from talking about Wilder because you don't fuck with Wilder. You don't watch Wilder. You talking about. I don't
watch Wilder.
Bro, listen to me. Stop cutting me off. Listen to me. Stop cutting me off, OG.
Make a point.
I'm about to. You talking about Wilder talking about catching a body. Did you see his post-fight press conference?
I sure did.
What the fuck you still talking about him catching a body for then?
What do you think that because he did that at the
there it is. Question with a question. Question with a question.
Do you think that erases what he said there? And for me, I'm supposed to forget that because he had an emotional moment post Helenas. I'm just supposed to ignore what.
So black folks,
yeah. Hold, Kyle, hold.
Delonte,
go ahead.
Well, black folks need reparations then.
What's that?
Since we can't, see what I mean? What I'm saying, see, you want people to move on with certain shit, but you can't move on from this. He's not allowed to grow. He's not allowed to see the errors in his ways and be forgiven. Is that what you're telling us, Jerry?
Move on with what you say? You say I want people to what do I want?
What I'm saying is, if a man has seen the errors in his ways, is he not allowed to grow and move on from the man he used to be? Yes or no?
Yes, he is.
Okay, then. So you need to get off this Wilder wanting to catch a body shit because clearly, if you've seen his press conference, he's not on that shit.
Mm. Well, hey, didn't Tyson Fury shake hands after the fight or hug or some shit after their last fight?
We don't give a fuck about that. We talking about the man that Wilder has become.
That's what I'm saying. It goes along with that. He didn't really mean it. War talk.
Fighters that you don't like And you're going to have reasons why you don't like them, and I'm going to be cool with it. I'm not going to try to convince you. It's up to you who you like and who you dislike. What I've seen from Wilder, not just what he said there, I didn't like how him and his brother approached Dominic Brazil on the street when he was out with his family. I didn't like him beating up on Charlie Zelenoff, the mentally challenged troll.
Man, you going down a
Jerry,
rabbit
you
hole.
talking about young ass
No,
Oh,
Wilder.
nothing. Hey, he's
Yeah.
going down a rabbit hole.
I
Nothing.
apologize. I should have let him talk. I
No,
apologize.
hell no, Fred.
No, it's
Explaining
right.
to you
Fred
why
Joe.
I don't like him.
Fredro,
And
no.
it's my prerogative to like or dislike him. I don't give a fuck how much.
You're right.
If you love him,
prerogative,
fine.
shit.
I'm not going to tell you not to love him. I'm not going to tell you to dislike any fighter that. If you dislike Fury, I'm not going to tell you not to dislike him. That's up to you, just like it's up to me.
You were right up until you said the Charlie stuff. That dude was a troll, man. He wasn't mental. He knew how to
I'm
get in the
glad
ring.
Wilder beat his ass. I'm glad because it needs to be a line of respect.
I mean,
Wilder
on top
took
of
it
the fact
easy
that
on
was
him.
10 years ago.
Champion,
Oh.
you're not. You're an elephant. You're not supposed to recognize ants. Charlie Zelenoff is a mentally challenged dude. Wilder's the heavyweight champion, making millions of dollars fighting professionally. There's a level of decree that goes along with that.
What's going on, young man?
Zelenoff is a troll.
What's up, Junior?
You're supposed to be above and beyond that. That's my point there.
I'm gonna disagree with you on Charlie. I wish he would have beat him up worse. You know what I mean? Because he earned it, and more importantly, Charlie wanted it. He warned it. He wanted it.
He went to everybody's gym doing the same thing. Everybody's gym. You can't be mental if you're going to everybody's gym.
So are you gonna hold Charlie accountable for doing that to Floyd Sr.?
I've seen what he did to Floyd Sr., and I've seen the other fighter jump in and whoop his ass as a result of him trying to take that sneak shot, and I was cool with that because you don't hit a man when he turns his back like that. Zelenoff ain't right. He's clearly not right. Deontay Wilder's the heavyweight champion of the world at the time.
Are you a doctor?
A certain amount of creed comes along with that. If you're an elephant, you don't recognize ants. You see
Are you
what
a
I mean?
psych doctor?
So,
But
Are
Jerry,
you a psych doctor? Hold on.
Deontay Wilder.
We need to call you Dr.
And
Jerry.
sued him for big money. And why? Because you can't resist recognizing an ant when you're an elephant.
Jerry, he was getting paid. He got thousands of views on every time he went to somebody's gym. He was getting paid big money by YouTube for doing that stuff, man.
If money was what he wanted, he would have sued Wilder for that. Because that wasn't any
See,
sparring.
if you was a Wilder fan, you would know.
He could easily sued him for physical
Jerry,
damage.
they signed paperwork so he couldn't sue Deontay Wilder. They drafted up a contract so he
No,
can't
they
sue.
didn't, man.
Yes,
Stop
they
making
did.
shit up, dog.
Why is it not possible that Wilder could have?
it.
Why is it not possible that Wilder could have bought him a contract to whoop his ass?
He didn't even beat him up hard either. He was playing with him.
Why do you figure, Jerry, that he did that? It's not possible.
Wilder is subhuman
That
because
didn't happen, man. You're reaching for shit when you
Because
suggest
he-
that.
Yo,
he
Jerry,
can't
put the corn liquor down, man.
Hey,
Corn
listen, because he's not articulate, so he's subhuman, so he can't make up a fucking contract. Give me
No,
a fucking break.
now you're talking about Michael Hunter. You know, I never said that, and neither did he. But the bottom line is, I don't like Deontay Wilder. If I see a change in Wilder and he stops saying that he wants to kill people and he starts acting with the acronym of his position, then I'm going to get behind him. You guys can hero worship him if you want. I'm not going to tell you not to.
You just said, hold on, Jerry. Hold on, Dr. Jerry. Should I call you Dr. Jerry? Because you're a psych doctor and shit. Because you diagnosed the niggas and shit. So, Dr. Jerry, listen to me though. You're contradicting yourself right now, man. We just told you the man said he changed already. You said you don't even watch the guy. How are you gonna see a man change if you don't even watch him? If you haven't even been able to watch his progression as a man? You haven't done that, Jerry.
I told you that I watched it.
You haven't done your homework.
I just told you that I watched it. It's a good start. It's a good start. And once he shows me that his words are true and honest, and he is giving up that mentality, hey, we'll see what flushes out from there.
Did you see him go crazy after he knocked his sparring partner out? Did you see him go crazy, go over his body, or go to the ring and do all that showboat? He didn't do none of that. So that's two steps he showed you.
Didn't say that he did. Didn't say that he did, but one occurrence for me, is not going to turn back 12 prior occurrences. You show me a pattern that you are making those, you are being that way, then yeah, that's fine. I'm not saying that he's not above forgiveness. Not at all.
You should have came here last night, Jerry. We needed you here last night. Come to forgive Wilder.
He got a lot of hate in his heart, man. You gotta let that hate go, Jerry. Let that hate go, Jerry.
But I can sit here and listen to you accuse Fury of the most rottenest things, but yet you don't have a hate in your heart.
Wait.
You got to defend him.
Wait. No, Kyle, hold on. Jerry, Tyson is rotten. What are you talking about? Accused. What are you talking about? Accused?
It's just your opinion.
No, it's fact. He wasn't able to box. He got suspended by UCAT over there. What are you talking about, bro? That's why he was here. Why can't he come here? Why can't he come here, Jerry? Did he have a case about boar meat, Jerry?
He lost his passport.
Steroids, Jerry.
No, he lost his passport to a affiliation.
Bro.
We're just picking on you.
I mean, you can and all you
listen,
want, but
Jerry, I know a lot of criminals. I know a lot of criminals. I'm not involved with the activity, and I still can go wherever the fuck I want. See, Jerry, man, you make up excuses for this man. I'm beginning to think you from England. That's what I'm thinking, man. I think you came here as a mob.
I don't root for who you do, so you want to draw conclusions based on that. But I'm consistent. The difference between you and I is I'm consistent, and you aren't. So when I say I don't like Wilder doing and saying what he says, I also say I don't like what Plant did neither. You see, I don't care if his Plant is white. It doesn't matter to me. I'm more concerned about the character, and that's where I see. If I thought that Fury was cheating or I'd seen some real proof of it, I would be hating on him twice as much. I honestly don't see it. Don't see any complaints from the commission, and so therefore, forgive me for not just believing what Wilder says.
Fred just told you why, Jerry.
What?
Fred just told you why.
Listen, Fury's a piece of dog shit. He's been known to be a piece of dog shit his whole career, bro. And that's not his first glove incident either, Jerry. Jerry, that wasn't his first glove incident, neither.
The what?
That's not his first glove incident, Jerry. You struggling now?
What's up, DJ? My brother.
Hey, what's up, DJ?
Let DJ work, man. Let DJ work.
But before DJ, and we're gonna talk about this at length, man, because I want to talk about this Bud EJ stuff too. Why Bud duck EJ? He fighting December 10th in Omaha on Black Prime. Now that's DJ. Where you go, man? Oh, he at work, so I respect that. All right, but yeah, well, actually, let's switch gears down a little bit, man. What's the first thoughts you get, Kyle, when you hear Bud fighting December 10th in Omaha?
Damn. The first thought I get is damn.
Kyle, what's your second thought?
That's my only thought. It's like, damn.
Jerry, what's your
go second? Oh, my bad.
Okay, go ahead, Bourbon. You can go second for sure, Bourbon.
Mine is so. And my second one is so. Because I know Spence gonna fight some good people, so I ain't worried about what Bud does. Good luck to him.
Mine is simply this. I don't blame Bud Crawford at all. Both he and Spence need to move on. If the fight can't be made between the two of them, which it obviously can't be right now. So good for Bud and Spence both to move on. I just wish Bud was it was a better opponent, like an Ortiz or someone like at
I agree.
level or close to it. I don't blame him for moving on. I just wish it was a better opponent.
Right. Oh, let me bring DJ. Mr. Henderson, I got something to say on it. But go ahead.
My first point.
He gonna blame Al. We know Fred gonna blame Al. So.
Oh, that's well. I'm gonna beat him to it. I just
Y'all know me too well, but I got more. Oh, wait, there's more. Go ahead, Mr. Henderson.
Yeah, that's just what it is, man. Hopefully.
Oh no, don't move off the Wilder subject, Gary. I got smoke for Jerry.
Okay, no, we got you, DJ. We got you. We'll
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, DJ.
No, I'm just saying, he had a problem with Kyle saying Fury cheated. Hey Jerry, I got a question. Is it wrong to call a murderer a murderer? Is it wrong to call a thief a thief? So when Tyson Fury has been busted for cheating before, is it wrong to assume that he's cheating? And the fact that you said
he charged.
I'm gonna get all this out and I'm gonna let you respond. The fact that you said that Wilder's an elephant, he shouldn't recognize ants, right? It's a reason why if you threaten the president, the FBI will knock at your door. Every threat should be taken seriously. Because the second any celebrity or person that's in the limelight, it's like, I ain't paying no attention to that shit. Be the very second that same person walk up on your ass and offer. There are crazy people out here in this world. That man sent threats to Deontay Wilder's daughter. You didn't watch the I Am Athlete interview, or the Pivot interview, excuse me. Deontay Wilder was gonna shoot him when he saw him, because he was sending him threats talking about he was gonna duct tape his daughter and all this shit.
Wait, time out. Wilder was talking about Charlie Zonikoff and that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't catch.
Yeah, he was talking about Charlie Zelenoff with that.
Oh.
And so when he saw him, you could hear him talking about it while he was beating his ass. Like he took it easy on him. He could have really killed him, but he was just beating his ass to prove a point. He was going there to shoot him. I just want you to understand that. And why is it such a problem for somebody who fights for a living to say he actually wants to kill somebody? Nobody who decides I'm gonna fight other human beings for money for a living is completely sane. So with that being said, let's not act like the most logical shit come out these fighters' mouth. Yeah, they might be cool guys. They might be the nicest guys in the world. Don't expect them to say the most sane shit sometimes. So with him saying, I want to catch your body, he meant that shit because somebody's trying to do that same shit to him. People have died in the ring. He is trying to separate the other guy from his consciousness. That is the quickest way to win the fight. If he doesn't wake up, he does not wake up. They signed up for that. They know the risk they take. So I didn't see a problem that he said it. But I'll go on mute and let you respond, Jerry.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you why, in case you fucking clearly don't know. Boxing is a sport. It's not war. They can say, well, we're going to war. And war, you're out there to kill your enemy. Boxing is a sport. There's a difference. Boxing is a combat sport that's very dangerous where people can actually die. I, in 40 years of boxing, ever heard a fighter say, I want to kill somebody in the ring. It's ignorant. It's thuggish. I don't give a fuck what you say. More times than not, when a fighter scores a hard knockout of another fighter, they'll run over there to see if they're okay. Because at the end of the day, it's a sport. These men have families. They have kids, mothers, fathers. It's not something that you play with by saying. I know how brutal the sport of boxing is. I've boxed in myself, and I've seen tons of fights. Of course, I know the dangers involved. That's why you don't talk that shit. It's unnecessary. And best fucking believe, if Deontay Wilder ever did take a life in the ring, or God forbid his life be taken, he would have regretted those words. So you ain't never going to make a point to make me coincide with what you're saying there. I don't care if it's Deontay Wilder. If Fury said the same thing, I'd say the fucking same thing about Fury. That type of behavior and that type of mannerisms, there's no place for it. And we talk on here nightly about violence and black on black violence and the unnecessity, how unnecessary that you don't talk that shit. And when I've heard them say it before, I've heard the reporters say, "Come on, man, that's crazy. You don't mean that." Yes, I mean it. So when he's talking that shit, I'm not on his bandwagon. Take his name and his race out of it. And anyone who says that, I'm not down with it. Okay, that's number one. Number two, to your other point that you were making, from what I could gather from it, is this: you can make accusations about someone all you want, but if you don't have the proof and you don't file the formal charges, then to me it has no merit. It's simply accusing. You say Tyson Fury's been caught. Tyson Fury doesn't have any formal instances against him where other than accusation. If
he got suspended, Jerry.
He got suspended.
Oh, Kyle, please let him finish. Please let him finish. Please let him finish.
We talk about the 3 fights with Deontay Wilder. Like I said, the first fight, he made no excuses. He said it in the ring, and he said afterwards, this is what warriors do. This was a good fight. We got to run it back. Wilder said, no problem. Second fight, he got beat, came with a million excuses, even blaming his trainer. And the third fight, there was no more excuses to make. You couldn't make any excuses about the gloves because your trainer, like they were in the first fight, they were right there watching. All the stuff that you said happened in the second fight, you had a chance to ratify in the third fight if you really believe. But there was nothing changed, and the result was the same, and that's that. You see, so to me, if you had some proof and things were solid and you made the official complaint, you did that, you had some proof, then I'm listening. Otherwise, it's accusations and excuses.
Hey Jerry.
Okay, I'll go in reverse. I'll go in reverse if y'all will let me on. Okay. You do understand how he lost his belts after he beat Fury, right? He tested positive. He tested positive and lost his belts. So it's not an accusation. That is a matter of fact that he's tested positive before. He's been caught cheating before, and so that's really not up for debate because those are facts. Going back to you saying, this is a sport. This is man. Listen, these guys sign up to beat the living shit out of each other. That's what they sign up for. We like to see it. The referee, only reason there's a referee is to make sure nobody dies.
Because it's a combat
sport. Stop it before somebody dies. That's why the referee is there, to make sure it doesn't get out of hand. Because if there wasn't a referee there, more people would die. Because this is a blood sport. You can say it's a gentleman's sport, it's a sweet science, all you want to. But at the core of it, boxing, MMA, kickboxing is all about trying to separate your opponent from his consciousness and beat the living shit out of it. You can have a problem with him saying that all day, but how many press conferences have we seen where you see these guys get up in his face? I'm gonna kill you. You this, you're that. Mike Tyson did it. Larry Holmes did it. A lot of these guys have done this over time.
Let him get off.
A lot of these guys have done this over time. You can just name the era, name the boxer. How many boxers have gotten up in press conferences and says, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna kill you. You lucky we're not in this place. I would have killed you already.
Show me one.
So,
no, go ahead.
So I've just noticed, it's cool that Jerry that Jerry's not a fan. He don't like him. That's not what we're necessarily talking about. But it's just when you try to hold against him some shit that he said years ago, the fact that he said he wanted to kill somebody in the ring, shit, the other guy knows that. And the other guy can do everything he can in his power to stop him.
Show me one other fighter that has said that. You show me one fucking press conference.
I got you one, Jerry.
Mike Tyson told Lennox Lewis he was going to kill him. Larry Holmes told somebody he was going to kill him.
No, he didn't.
Hold on. Didn't Sonny Liston shoot at Muhammad Ali? How quickly we forget. Did Sonny Liston, did he or did he not pull a gun on Muhammad Ali?
Here's the good news. Wilder can have.
Okay, I got you. You want to answer that? I got you.
Because at the end of the day, the greatest fighters in history had people that loved them and hate them. If you and the rest love him on here and I hate him, that's just going to make him that much better for him. You're not going to convince me to like him. He's going to convince me to like him.
I wasn't trying to, Jerry. I was just pointing out the hypocrisy in your argument. That's all.
Right.
That's it. I'm not trying to make you a Deontay Wilder fan, Jerry. It's cool that you don't like him. I don't expect everybody to like the same fighters that I like, right? But it's a bit hypocritical when you just hold it up against him, but you didn't say anything about Mike Tyson, Larry Holmes, and Sonny Liston did it. They all did it. They all did it, but you're acting like this is just something new.
Who did it? Who did it? Who did Ali talk about?
I've said it 3 different times, Jerry. I mean, there's YouTube out there. You can actually go back. You can actually go back and see the video where Sonny Liston pulled the gun on Muhammad Ali. You can go back and see that. Like, there's footage out here. There's footage of Riddick Bowe. There's footage of Riddick Bowe saying he's going to kill somebody. There's footage of Mike Tyson saying he's going to kill somebody. Hell, there's footage of Mike Tyson saying he was going to rape somebody. So,
eat somebody's children.
And guess what?
Eat somebody's kids. Like, people have said worse, Jerry.
Nah.
So my whole thing is, do you also hate those guys? Do you also hate those guys, Jerry? That's all I'm asking.
Who?
All right. Hey, y'all have a good night, man. Hey, Kyle, that's a big pickup for y'all. If he can stay healthy, that is a big pickup for San Francisco. I like it. And go Birds. We'll see you in the Super Bowl.
Hey. No, y'all gonna see us in the NFC Championship, big boy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
If you don't sit that Dallas Cowboy shit down somewhere, man. Sorry ass Cowboys ain't worth shit. Christian McCaffrey is on the San Francisco 49ers where he belongs. Where we're gonna be able to use him in a way which he hasn't been used before. All right.
Hey Kyle.
Listen,
if you ain't got him on your fantasy football team, you ain't winning.
Fantasy football. I don't give a damn where he at. As long as he's on my team. In real life, fuck the fantasy shit. All right, that's why I don't talk about Spence Crawford on my channel because it's fantasy. He's on the actual factual 49ers, and we're gonna be able to use him in so many great ways.
Kyle, you don't have a quarterback, man. Cut it out.
You don't need a quarterback that a running back like that, jackass.
Hey, Fred.
Who's your team?
The team that beat yours. The team that beat yours.
My team, anywhere that Cam Newton goes, man.
What team is that?
Right. And
what team is that?
Who, Cam Newton's team?
Yo, Kyle.
I don't watch NFL. Cam ain't in it,
man. That's his money shot. Wow. Anyways, we got another gentleman coming to the stage, Mr. Demps. Hey, Mr. Demps, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, brother? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, very well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, man. Hey, I just wanted to.
That's how Michael Fuller, man.
I just wanted to address one thing that was said by Jerry. He said that boxing is not like war, right? All right, so I'm from the 20135 3rd Infantry Battalion. I'm a multiple combat deployed veteran and a boxer. And boxing has been the closest thing to war that I have experienced, like the adrenaline part. So for somebody to sit here and try to say that getting in the ring and fighting another man one-on-one where you can die in that ring, it's not like war. And I can almost assume that you probably never been to war. It's probably the worst thing that you can say, man. And then he asked a few names of people that said they want to kill people in the ring. Mike Tyson, on multiple occasions, there's YouTube that you can go back and watch the videos, on multiple occasions said he wants to kill somebody. He said in an interview that he wanted to kill them so they couldn't get up because that's how afraid he was of them. He said, I'm so afraid to get in the ring that I wanted to kill my opponent so they couldn't have any chance of beating me. That's how bad he wanted to win those fights. So Deontay Wilder is definitely, he's definitely not the first person to say, I want a body in the ring. And
okay, well, let me respond and tell you, anytime a
Then I'll
fighter.
finish my statement. I'll let you respond, and I'll finish.
No. You should go ahead and finish, brother.
Yeah, go ahead if you're not
No,
finished.
no, go ahead. I
Hey,
want to hear what
and
he has
let
to
me
say.
throw this in there
Respond to
before
that.
y'all start. Hey, Jerry, you
Oh,
know, like
we ain't about to do no interjections. Let Michael Dims respond to Jerry, and Jerry can respond. I like this conversation, man. Let's have a full
All right.
conversation.
So hear me out, man. I am a student of the game. I've read every single book on Cus D'Amato. I've read every single book on Mike Tyson. He's one of the people I study because I like the way that he fights, right? And the thing about Mike Tyson is before every fight, he would cry. And he was afraid. His first pro fight, he wanted to leave the ring. He tried to run away. He didn't even want to fight, right? And so he did an interview, and he has multiple interviews where he talks about this. You can go on YouTube and look it up, where he says, I'm so afraid before I get to that ring that in my head, I told myself I need to kill my opponent. I want to kill my opponent so there's no chance that he can beat me, because he didn't want to be embarrassed. He didn't want to let Cus D'Amato down because that's how much respect that he had for him. So he went in there with the intention of killing his opponents. That's why in the ring, you see Mike Tyson biting people's ear off. You see him still fighting after the bell ring, punching referees just to get to his opponent. Deontay Wilder is actually a mild heavyweight in terms of how violent he is. If you look in the past on the previous heavyweights that we had, the people that don't like Deontay Wilder, they just don't like Deontay Wilder, and that's okay. You don't gotta like another man. Nobody's trying to convince you to like him. But like you said, the hypocrisy in your statements is ridiculous because you're saying a lot of things and then contradicting yourself at the same time. So I really want to hear. I don't want him to cut me off, but I really want to hear what he has to say to respond to that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna respond to it right now. I don't give a fuck if it's Deontay Wilder, Mike Tyson, Vinny Pazienza. I don't care who it is. If they're talking that type of shit, I'm not down with it, period. For every fighter that you can name that has said something like what you're saying Tyson said, I can name you 25 to 30 to 50 great fighters that never, ever once talked that shit. You're talking about the exception and not the rule. And being a combat veteran, and thank you for your service, if you don't see the distinction and the difference between sport and war, I don't know what to tell you. Of course, boxing is brutal. It's a combat sport, but it's a sport. It's not war. In war, you go in with the expressed intention to kill the enemy. Boxing, you want to win and you want to beat the fighter, but if your intention is to kill, I can't get behind it. I don't give a fuck who you are, you see? So there's the distinctions.
Can I say, hey, Jerry, you know, when you go to the military like the Citadel, that's the number one thing you have to learn how to do while you're in the Citadel is boxing. You have to take it.
Right?
Jerry, let him get off. Let him get off, Jerry. Let him get off.
So boxing is a combat sport. It's part of war, hand to hand, but you have to know how to box. You have to have to fight when you don't have your weapon. So it's very important. That's the only thing I want to say.
And let me say this, man. Do you know how boxing started? Do you know the origins of boxing? Do you know how boxing originally was before over time we got to the civilized sport that we have today? Because you're talking about the exception. No, I'm not talking about the exception. The mindset that you have going into war is the same mindset you have going into a ring. I'm a fighter myself. I have my pro debut in December. I've been an amateur fighter. I've been boxing my whole life. The mindset that you have is the same. When I went to war, I didn't want to go. You don't go in with the mindset of trying to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, when you go to war, everybody that is a soldier, when they go back home, we don't go home saying, I want to go kill somebody because I have an AR-15 in here. I don't have that mindset. But when I step into the field, there's a switch that happens and I'm ready to kill. It's the same thing with boxing. When I'm outside of the ring, I'm not thinking, I see this person here, I want to kill him. If he goes home and if I see him on the street, I'm gonna shoot him. But when I step into the ring, there's a switch. And I'm doing everything that I need to do to get out. So Deontay Wilder has to have that mindset because he's in the heavyweight division, the most dangerous division in boxing. So when he steps into the ring, you've seen what happened in the Fury fight. That man could have died. So he has to have that mentality to survive because when you're in that ring, nobody's going to care about your life. How many people have we seen die in the boxing ring? I have people close to me that have died in the boxing ring. You have to have that mindset. So I'm not trying to hear none of that soft shit, man. Like, you can have that. That's your opinion. I respect it.
If you don't see the distinction between war and sport, I can't help you. I don't know what to tell you.
How did boxing start? Answer me that.
Similarities.
How
I'm not
did
saying there's
boxing
not
start?
similarities in the mindset. Of course, a brutal combat sport, there's going to be a mindset, but it's the intent. See, sport is sport and war is war, and there
You're
is
pushing the goalposts.
there.
See, you changed your argument now. Now you're saying you don't see the
Hopefully, I'll pray
distinction
for you
between
that you don't
war
get
and
killed in
boxing.
pain.
Hey, listen, man. I'm
Hey,
gonna finish and then I'm gonna let you finish, right? Let me finish and I'm gonna let you finish. Now you're pushing the goalposts because I'm not talking about the distinction in the mindset. Now you're saying you don't see, if you don't see the distinction between boxing and war, yeah, there's obviously a distinction. War is not a sport, but the mindset is exactly the same. Going into it, do you think Deontay Wilder sees Tyson Fury on the street and says, I want to shoot this man, I want to kill this man? No, but before he steps in the ring, he has the mindset that I want to catch a body in that ring because if he don't have that mindset, he could die. What do you not understand about that?
Yo, more importantly, Jerry, I don't understand. Have you been to war, Jerry?
No.
Okay.
Are you a
I don't
professional?
need to
Are
go
you
to
a
war.
Jerry? Answer the question. Don't cut me off. Stop cutting me off. Stop cutting me off. You're not a professional boxer. You're not. You haven't been to war, and you're not a professional boxer. Correct?
Let's see.
You're not a professional boxer. Correct?
Are you?
You're a funny guy.
I am.
You're making yourself look crazy. This man just told you he's a war veteran, and he's about to have his professional debut.
And so I have to agree with him?
No, you don't
You have to
agree.
respect his knowledge.
You don't
You have to
agree.
respect what he's saying to you. Do you question the doctor when she writes the prescription?
We're not going to make false.
Yo, it's the same fucking shit, Jerry.
See, we can move the goalposts a million times.
Yo, this dude is yo, Jerry, you look bad, bro. You look bad,
Well,
bro.
listen.
You're doing it to yourself.
All right,
And
hey, we're
you're
gonna bring
doing
it. We're gonna bring it back home. We're gonna bring it back home right here. Let me ask you a question, Jerry. Right, so I can understand because we keep moving the goalposts. I want to understand what you have a problem with. So, do you have a problem with what he's saying, or do you have a problem with the mindset that he has to have when he goes into the ring? Because I can tell you this: no matter how professional a fighter looks on camera, every single fighter has the same mindset when they step into the ring. I've met many professional fighters that are very professional on camera, but in that gym, all we talk about is I'm killing him when I get in the ring. Like, I don't know a single fighter that doesn't say that when they're in the gym. And I've met professional fighters.
Okay, well, I know plenty of professional fighters.
That's not so. Answer my question. What do you have an issue with?
Right. Okay.
Is it the mindset, or is it that he said it publicly?
Answer, you're gonna have to let me talk. I know professional fighters, plenty of them, probably 25 to 30 since the 1980s. And what I can tell you is this: I know what you're talking about the mindset. Of course, it's a combat sport. Big part of my problem, since you asked, is the saying it. Yes, I don't like the like it when they say that. I never heard Ray Leonard, Floyd Mayweather, Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Ken Norton, Marvin Hagler, tons of great fighters. Never said that.
Floyd said it plenty of times.
Hold on. They've said, I'm going to kick his ass. I want to knock him out. I want to beat his ass. Of course. To me, there's a distinction to be made between that and saying I want to kill him. And there's also a distinction between war, where the expressed intent is to kill the enemy, and sport, where the expressed intent is to win, not to kill, but to win. You see what I mean? So there's where my fundamental problem is between the one and the two. And
so you don't have an issue.
Wilder or Fury or whoever says it or connotates it. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay, so let me clarify. So you don't have an issue with the mindset, but you have an issue with him saying it.
More so, yes.
Okay, so have you ever been to the Floyd Mayweather's doghouse?
I've watched the YouTube videos of
Have you been there, though? Because when the doghouse happens, you know what happens when Floyd's favorite fighter gets in there with somebody he doesn't like? He goes, kill that motherfucker. Kill that motherfucker, man. Have you ever been to the doghouse?
But well, that's what Floyd does, and I don't like it. I mean, what am I going to say? It's okay because he does it. I'm consistent across the board. I don't like the talk of killing when it comes to sport. Okay. Competing, yes, all the way to the teeth.
Okay, we have an understanding.
Stone cold out. But when talking about killing them, you can get killed. And you say you got a pro fight coming up, I will pray for you that you don't get killed, that you compete and you live to fight another day because it's sport. Now, if you went out to war, I'd say the same prayer for you, with the reality of knowing that you could get killed and that the intent of the enemy is to kill you. But there's a difference between war and sport, and when we don't make that distinction, it's bad. It's not only bad just for the face of the sport, it's bad for any kids that might be listening. It just installs the wrong mentality. It's the wrong thing to say, and it just is. And I know you guys like Wilder, but it's not. It's the wrong thing to say. Now, imagine if Wilder, who's got beautiful little children, imagine if he's the body that winds up on his record.
And that's the risk that he takes. That's why he goes home with millions of dollars. Let me say something. I will correct one thing. It's not the wrong thing for children to have that mentality for boxing. And there is a distinction between war and boxing. Again, if you listen to what I said, it is the mindset behind war and boxing that is the same. And if you don't have that mindset in boxing and you get in there with a dog, you get in there with somebody like Spence, you're going to get destroyed. Ugas, perfect example. Ugas, if he had the same mindset that Spence had, Spence might have lost that fight when he got the cheap 1-2 when the ref said stop. If he would have kept going, if he had that killer, if that was Mike Tyson in there with Spence, I don't know if Spence would have been able to recover from that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't disagree about the mindset. I already told you that. I get that. I've done a lot of fighting
so I
online.
can clarify, your issue is just him saying it. So you don't care that people train every single day with this mindset, but you care about them making it. You care that he's making it public that he has the mindset.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Okay, we have an understanding. I don't agree with that, but we have an understanding.
Wilder, I wouldn't like it no matter who it was. I didn't like it, and Fred knows this because we had a bad discussion on his panel. I didn't like what Plant did to Darrell the other last weekend. To me, that was classless. It was unsportsmanlike. I didn't like that. And so you don't think it's anything racial. Last I looked, Plant is a white fighter. But Fred knows. And I went on other shows saying the same thing, and I called a lot of hell. I don't believe in that. I believe in sportsmanship. I don't believe in sport that you want to kill. That you know, if you really feel that way in your mind, I get it. It's a combat sport. But man, you shouldn't be saying shit like that because you may wind up the body on your record. And then what your little kids, your beautiful little girls that Wilder has, that I'm sure adore him, then what? Then what? Then karma comes back to bite you in your fucking ass. And then
I know Fred ain't
have
sleep.
no time to regret
I'm not sleep.
saying what you said.
Jerry, Kyle's told you he's changed, though.
I'm not going to like it.
Shout out to Bud. Shout out to Bud.
Yeah, speaking of Bud.
Now,
go ahead.
Now, Fred, on the topic of your show here is Paulie Malignaggi.
Yes.
I've seen on several shows in the last 2 days, this has been the topic, this interview that he gave. And I'm curious to know if you take umbrage with the interview and what parts you might take umbrage with.
I didn't watch the Paulie Malignaggi, and I just know Paulie. I've been around him for 10 years plus. I just think we've gotten to a space where we're just fucking soft. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, we're just fucking soft. Like if we're in a sport, right? And I say I want to beat your ass, your mama. If I could say your mama's a bitch, I could say fuck you, black man. Fuck you, Mexican man, and other terms, you're a racist. If you go into, I'm gonna overstate that word. If you're going to war with a person, who gives a flying fuck? Like I think we got too many beta males, and I think both sides of the fence. I think Paulie's supporters are beta, and YouTube channels are beta. I think all these black YouTubers are beta. Like at the end of the day, Devin threw the first punch. Paulie Malignaggi countered. Racist or not, who gives a flying fuck? They countered. Paulie countered him, and that is what it is. Like, and I don't see I honestly don't see what the big deal of it. But the reason why I put it, because I'm running away from it. But I guess so many people are doing videos on it and talking about it. It's coming in my my DM, right? That's how y'all communicate with me. So I'm like, oh shit, people want to. If I get 3 or 4 DMs, I know people want to talk about it for that day. So I put it in there, and I personally don't care. You know, Paulie is really insignificant to me, like for real, like, and I think Devin can beat him, you know, and my last point, and feel free to respond, is we can't control how people interpret non-black people when Devin say he'll never let a white boy beat him. White people have the right to interpret that any way they want to interpret that, right?
Okay.
And non-black, I say non-black people or black people, you know, like when Devin Haney said, like, yeah, ain't no white boy gonna beat him. That's how I'm gonna respond to it. You know what I mean? And two, a white boy has a right to respond to Devin. I bet you can't beat this white boy.
Okay, well then I would ask you this.
Yes.
Since we're talking about that specifically. Devin Haney said, and his quote was exactly, "I'll never lose to a white boy. If I fight a white boy 10 times, I will beat a white boy 10 times.
Right.
That's what he said.
Right.
If Lomachenko said, "I'll never lose to a black boy. If I fight a black boy 10 times, I'll beat a black boy 10 times," would you feel the same way?
If he really felt that way.
Just as okay for him to say it as it was for Haney to say it.
If
they really both got to back it up.
I'm telling you how I would respond. I would respond and kick that nigga's ass. That's how I would respond in 2022.
So it would be okay for Loma to say it.
I mean, it's. I don't
They're
care.
fighters,
Like,
dog.
I don't care. Like, honestly, in 2022, I don't care.
Okay, well, here's what I'm going to tell you.
Yes.
Respectfully, I don't think that would be the case. If Loma said that in reverse about Haney, black folks would
you just did it. You just did
you
it.
You asked me that last week.
You're assuming what black.
Paulie, don't assume when we got the facts.
Listen, you're assuming based off of the media.
You are assuming.
You honestly. That's why I asked you honestly.
Hold on.
No, don't know. I'm gonna do you the same
you.
way. The same way we did. Don't change the absolute. Don't change what we have.
Ain't nothing changing.
You are, because you're saying, what if?
Talking about Paulie Malignaggi. I'm talking about Loma and Haney.
Well, Loma ain't said it, and Loma is not gonna say it. So why don't we just deal with what we have here? Why
can't we just make that equivalency?
No, because it's never happened. It's never happened.
Listen, man, bro.
No,
he answered that question too.
No, congratulations, Lamar. He got his first commercial.
He said that if he said that, then he'll say, "Whoop him." Then he answered your question, and then you brought it back and saying, "See, I don't think that would be the case," and that is an assumption. Now, let me answer this too. Listen. You're making that assumption based on black media, and black media does not speak for black people. They don't speak for real black people like me, bro. When I go overseas, I am the super minority. I had 3 guys with me that were black when I was overseas, and I was overseas while the George Floyd trials was going on, and I got to sit here in war with motherfuckers that are talking about putting knees on other people's necks. And we can't let that stuff get to us because we got a mission to focus on. Like he said, we got too soft. The media has dumbed us down. And y'all believe these media narratives about how black people feel, and some of us do buy into that shit, but not all of us do. So that assumption that you made after he answered your question is most definitely an assumption, because he said, "Whoop them then, prove it then," and then you come back and say, "Well, see, I don't believe it."
And if you insist on that, why then is there such an uproar about what Paulie said?
No, you asked me the question. You're forcing this issue on us. That's what you're doing right now.
No, I'm simply asking, looking for answers.
Jerry, you kind of asked me this last week, and I told you, I said, if he whoops him, hey, that's what he does. If you say stuff like that, you got to back it up in the ring, man, or you're going to be looking stupid after. So I'm all for that. If they talk like that, they better back it up.
I don't agree with Haney saying what he said about not losing to a white boy. And if Lomachenko said the same thing, I wouldn't agree with him either. I would say it's equally as wrong. There's no point in it. You can just say, I'm not going to lose to him. I'm better than him. You don't have to get the.
Wasn't that 2 years ago? Paulie brought it up. Now, that was 2 years ago he said that.
I'm talking about this current interview with Paulie, but more I'm talking about Devin. I'm talking about what Devin said and giving you an equivalency as if It's a direct equivalency. Loma is his peer and his counterpart. If he said the same thing in reverse, you would not be cool with it, man.
We wouldn't care. We wouldn't
If he did it in the ring, it's a
We
bad
wouldn't
dude.
care. The black boy, Jerry, you can't talk about, you can't speak for black folks, Jerry.
Are you black, Jerry?
You can't speak. Okay, so listen to black folks, Jerry. If Loma would have said, I'm not going to let that black boy beat me, I would have sat in my chair and been like, go prove it then.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, Devin, don't let it happen. You hear what he said?
Bro, we're going to put it very simply. Let's put it very simply like this. You asked the man a question, right? He answered your question. Then you came back and told the man that you don't believe that would be the case, which is an assumption when he already answered your question. So you are trying to force this issue on us. And on top of that, Loma never said that. So I don't believe Loma would say that. You know what the difference is? Because there's not that if Devin Haney says that, there's not 400 years of slavery associated with those type of comments with white people, right? Okay. No. Don't. Oh, I see. Let me finish what I have to say.
I
so
see.
There's not that associated with that. So Loma wouldn't say that. Now, me personally, shit. Let me finish what I'm saying, because you interrupting everybody when they speak. Now, me personally, comments like that don't bother me, and a real black man that is comfortable in his skin, shit like that will not bother them in 2022. This is not 200 years ago. You know, like, that's not going to bother me. If you say that, okay, then come do it then. We're fighters. We're a lot of people in the fight game. They get that shit all the time in the gyms and sparring. All you do is prove it in the ring. So you can't sit here and try to make assumptions on how black people are going to feel when a black man just answered your question with prove it then. Do you see why we're saying you're forcing the issue?
For all black men.
And Jerry, I'm just going to simplify it for you. If that happens if a white boy say that, the simple answer is that nigga gonna beat that white boy's ass. And that's how, if you're in my dining room area and I'm with my college friends and we laughing, like, we gonna beat that, man. We gonna kick that white boy ass, man. We gonna whoop until he pussy pink. Yeah, man. Come on, man.
Well,
like
I hear
that's
you saying that, but
but
I'll offer you this.
Jerry, that's the type of shit that used to happen back in the day when Ali was fighting, though.
In the build up to the fight, he called Lopez a boy several times. I'm going to take your title, boy. I'm going to whip your ass, boy. But when he did that to Devin Haney, y'all threw a fit. It was all over the fucking internet. Cambosa's called.
Who's y'all?
Jerry, you look bad, bro.
Jerry, you're fishing for a racist conversation. You're fishing, bro. You're fishing, dog.
Hey,
Michael Fuller is not on the panel.
Hey Jerry, to prove it. Hey Jerry, to debunk your point.
Can I ask Jerry?
To debunk your point, Jerry. You asked Fred, what would he say? Fred didn't even think anything about it, because if he did, he would have posted a Paulie Molly Lodge, whatever his name is, said this. Boom. We didn't even talk. We don't even care what Paulie says, really.
Listen, Maldonado got fired because he's a fucking idiot. We don't give a fuck about Paulie Maldonado.
My point was, I don't give a fuck. We're giving Paulie value. That was going to be my sermon tonight, but I never got on it.
Exactly. Hey, let me say one thing, man, because I deal with this all the time, bro. Jerry, you're intentionally being obtuse on this subject. You know why there was why some people
using all these big words, man. Hold on, man. Run that back. What that word mean? Play for the people at home. I mean me.
Okay. Listen. He's intentionally being naive on the topic, because he's saying Teofimo didn't have an issue with the word boy and Devin Haney did. Now, there's a lot of black people in America that are comfortable in their skin and they don't let racial slurs and stuff like that bother them. But you know the condensation with the word boy and an African American is. And Teofimo Lopez is not African American, so he's not going to have the same issue. You know that. But most people are beyond that, so we're just ignoring it. Don't intentionally be naive to the fact. You know exactly what you're doing. This is race baiting. None of us here care. Now, I don't think any person on this panel right now gives a fuck about Loma saying boy.
And to be real, Jerry, you're the only one on the panel bringing race up. So honestly, This is where you This is where you tell Fred good night. Thanks for being on the platform, and you try
Hold
again
yourself.
on Monday.
Let me ask Jerry a question.
That's funny.
Can I ask Jerry a question?
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Jerry, quick question. So I'm just take it back to Wilder real quick. Who do you like? Who do you not like the most? Canelo Alvarez or Wilder?
Wilder.
Would you say that you're cool with Canelo?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
So you're comfortable with drug cheats? You cool with Fury? You cool with Canelo? And on the lines of Wilder saying he would kill somebody, these guys are actually trying to do it because they cheating using enhancement drugs. Whatever the excuse they made, they're using these enhancement drugs trying to get an upper hand. And trust and believe, they're not going to hold back a punch. If they could really hurt somebody in the ring, if they couldn't, if they can get away with it. So I'm asking that question to you.
That's the first good point I've heard so far. That's a good point, and I won't back away from that because I do.
I asked you that last week, Jerry. I said, "What's the difference between Wilder's taking a body and Fury using steroids and doing the same thing?"
Right now, the same thing I would have told you then. I don't believe in drug cheating. It's dangerous in the sport of boxing. You're not hitting a baseball. Now, baseball, you cheat, you're going to hit that a couple hundred yards, a little bit further. In boxing, you cheat, you got a chance of ending a man's life. So that's a good point, and point well taken. As it comes to race, the very title of the show invokes race right in the very title. Paulie believes white lives matter, as if that's some type of
shit.
That white lives matter. Of course, white lives matter.
It wasn't even the subject matter.
So when you accuse me of race baiting, realize I look on this YouTube every night and I see 8 or 10 black boxing shows. 7 of them will have race as part of the title.
We didn't bring up race tonight. You did. We were talking boxing, remember?
At the title of this combo, Paulie believes white lives matter.
Mm-hmm.
Even then, though, Jerry, that's what I mean.
As if that's
contrary.
That anyone's life should matter. Of course it should. White, black, pink, whatever. But as part of the title, just like I see every night, constantly being made about race. But it seems as though it wants to be one way. It's okay for Devin to say, "I'll never lose to a white boy." Now, you're telling me here tonight that you would be okay if Loma said that same thing in reverse. That's not what I've seen.
No, that's not what we said. Can I address this and then let's get back to boxing because I'm done talking about race. And I'm addressing the motherfucker Michael Atkins in the comments as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying history has shown this to be true. Contrary to popular belief, the media does not represent the body of African Americans, black people, whatever you guys want to categorize this or call us. Somebody said something true in the comments. In America, the ideology of black people is so divided that you cannot pinpoint us under a topic like this. You're saying that because I may feel one way, but there might be somebody in the comments that might get offended by that statement. And we can go in circles all day talking about, well, I represent black people. Well, he represents black people. But at the end of the day, we all have our own fucking mind. We're all going to be offended by different things. So let's forget the race bait. Let's get back to boxing, and let's talk about some real shit, man. Because you're talking to very intelligent black people in this panel right now. I can articulate what I'm trying to say very well. If you wanted to go down the racial path, then we can do that. But I don't think people in the comments want to hear about that. They came here to hear boxing. So let's talk about boxing.
Well, every night we talk about not just boxing, but we talk about other topics, and race is often one of them. So in case
what are we talking about right now?
What we're doing here tonight ain't no different than what we do every single night. You don't want to talk about it.
Since I've been in this chat, you're the first person to bring up race on the panel. So I'm saying
the title of the thread, the very thread. It's right there in the very, very title of the topic. Look,
You
don't
are the
tell
first
me
person in
that
this
I'm the only one
panel.
because it's
and
right
You
there.
are the first person in this. That two can be true at the same time. You are the first person in the panel tonight to bring up race. We
And
went
you've
from
been
talking
engaging me
about
the whole time.
murder. Hold on, Jerry, let me speak, and I'll let you speak when I'm done speaking. You were the first person. We were talking about murder. I came on the panel because you said something about war and boxing. I mentioned nothing about race when I came on the panel. You prompted a question to Fred about, well, what do you think about this? You completely changed the topic from murder. You moved the topic, you moved the goalpost again, like you've done many times tonight. When somebody debunks what you're saying, you move the goalpost to something else. Well, okay, forget the murder thing. What about this? Do you have an issue with Devin Haney saying this? What if Loma said that? And you brought up a hypothetical situation. Loma never even said that. So I don't know what we're talking about here. If Loma said that, then I would understand why we would have a debate about race right now. But he never said that. So your whole basis and your whole thesis is off a hypothetical situation.
Kane wanted to jump in. What's up, Kane? Kane?
I had a run on my phone. Fred, I
no
just
worries.
want to hop in and say, I mean, it's the last show of the week. So I just want to say I hope everyone has a good weekend. And hopefully everyone stays safe. That's pretty much it, Fred. Have a good night,
Appreciate
brother.
it, man. Appreciate it.
Salute, brother.
Hey, Jerry, just take us at our truths, man. Like if a white dude said that, and we're giving you our truth right now, like shit, he gonna have to back it up if he says that, and he gonna look bad if he don't. That's how we feel, man. We don't want to talk about race, like Meg said, man. We're tired of this shit. We didn't talk about it last night, so shit, it's relieving, man. But
That's fine. I don't have to talk about it any further. I'm just a little tired of the last 2 days, and so oftentimes it is about race. But
that's why we're trying to get away from it.
It's always aimed at someone other than your race. And in this instance, in the last 2 days, it's been about Paulie Malignaggi. Fair enough. If you feel that what he said was racist and stuff, that's fair enough. Racism is not a one-way street. It's not a one-way street. And this is why you're starting to see more pushback from other races, because people are getting tired of being claimed that everything they say is racist against black people. And I frankly,
You're literally only talking about your race.
So you're all right, I gotta address this. Hold on, can I, man? Listen, you want to know what I learned in high school from a white teacher? That, and this only applies to America, right? And what you confuse the word racism is prejudice. Every race in America can be prejudiced. We can have prejudice against another race, but the word racism in America is associated with the power dynamic, and the only people in America that have the power dynamic to be racist are white people. That does not mean not everybody can be prejudiced. I can have prejudice against white people. I can have prejudice against Mexicans. I can have prejudice against Asians. I don't want to sit here and keep talking about race, man. You just said yourself, you're here talking about this because you were sick of what we were talking about yesterday. So you're taking your frustration from yesterday and you're bringing it into today's conversation.
Well, yesterday and today.
Right. And that was going to be my dialogue on my monologue on it. It's like, it's fuck it, it's over. Like, it's like we're beating a dead horse. Like,
yes.
Like you know what I mean? This Devin and all these shit is just retarded at this point. You know what I mean? And that's what I was going to say. You know what I mean? If you read the title the way it should be read is Paulie believes white lives matter. And the reason why I said that is because it's a fact. Paulie believes white lives matter. Now, can we move on with the subject? I wasn't coming from a race bait. I was, if you read it how I put it. But anyway, enough about that. I really want to talk about this Bud shit. Can we get can we give us 30 minutes on this Bud shit?
Yes, sir.
Hey, yeah, you know, I am like, see, I can go at this multiple ways, but the fact that Bud went with Black Prime, and I'm uncertain about his guarantee, but the fact that he's taking a risk on his career in terms of uncertainty of guaranteed money, uncertainty of total gross, total net, you know, I really believe on some level that Bud did make an attempt at making this fight. And I do believe, similar to way Al Heyman did Gary Russell, is the same way he did Terence Crawford, meaning that, yeah, he's negotiating, but if he says, Leo, I'll give you 2.3 million to fight Tank, or I'll give you 1.3 million to fight Gary Russell, what do you want? And then he'll go back and say, Gary, see, I told you I offered him the fight, but he wouldn't take it. You understand what I'm saying? It works out that way. I am head over heels into believing when there's one promoter that can make the fight and he doesn't make the fight, the promoter is at fault. And in this case, I genuinely believe the promoter is at fault, because this fight with David Avenetian could have been on the PBC banner. Errol Spence could have fought in September against his mandatory. And now we got some organic promotion. The crowd goes wild. We know what's next. Everybody, it seems like everybody would make money. You know, you throw a Terence Crawford at Omaha, you throw Errol Spence in Dallas. That way you got the cross section of the fans. You got, you know, and so I do believe that Al Heyman lied to Errol Spence. I believe Al Heyman lied to Terence Crawford, and Al Heyman got his way.
Fred,
yes.
Are you talking about BLK Prime?
Yeah, BLK Prime, yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Bro, they were trying to throw a they have a Bud Crawford fight?
Yeah.
Last fight I heard about
David has a fight November 19th.
Who?
David Avenetian?
Yeah, he has a fight November 19th. These reports that Mike keep putting out are man. Listen,
let me check.
Did you guys hear about the reports of the contract? Bud's team.
Yeah, I heard today from Blue Blood.
Yeah, well, no, not from Blue Blood. I Blue Blood's my guy, but I have to find it from I don't want to say credible source because I'm not trying to discredit Blue Bloods, but I find it from another source.
Yeah, he does have a fight 11-19 against Juan Miguez.
Yes, and then also with the contract, there was 3 requests from Bud's team. The Spence team gave they revised the contract. They accommodated for those 3 requests, and they sent the contract back. And they haven't heard from Bud's team since. Hence the tweet from Errol Spence that this dude's been stalling the fight. I could have fought in November. And everybody wants to talk about the money. I don't want to blame Al Heyman, because even if the reports of 35% of the net revenue with no guaranteed, with Errol Spence pay-per-view numbers would have been Bud's career high payday. So I don't think money was the issue in that way. I think the issue was he wanted approval of expenses. Even transparency, everybody's talking about transparency. That's a normal thing. We just don't hear about it. With these type of contracts, any good lawyer will tell you to ask for transparency. That's not an issue. I think the issue is approval of expenses with Bud's alleged ties to DK. And so when we talk about these contracts, like, there's a lot of misinformation going around. So we got to just clarify the sources on a lot of this information, because David has a fight November 19th. Now, I haven't heard anything about that getting canceled. Until I hear that, I'm not really believing these December reports from Mike, who has been shown time and time again to be putting out false information.
And let's hope it's not. Let's hope Bud's fight is not on BLK Prime. Last I heard, they were trying to throw an event with some like YouTubers, or some YouTube personalities. That's how I'm familiar with BLK.
And Blue Bloods is with BLA Prime. Just if you guys want to put some connections together there.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
That's not true. That's not who he's with. But
He has a video on his YouTube page if you guys want to go fact check me right now.
I mean, I talk to the man every day. That's not the name of his promotion company that he with.
So tell us. Fix it.
No, I mean, it's something. I can't remember the name of it. It's something else, though. It's not that, though.
Anytime.
I don't think that's
well, they got Brian Norman. Don't he have something to do with Brian Norman?
Yeah. And that ain't
Well,
and that's not the same.
Hey, please go
Yeah,
fact check me. Somebody check Blue
yeah,
Blood's
he's fighting
page right
on.
now. He
Brian
has a
Norman is fighting on BLK on November 12th.
Yes, he has. It's on Blue Blood's page right now. He has a whole video about it. Somebody can fact check me, and I will stand corrected if I'm wrong.
Yeah. So if all the Twitter mites want to screenshot this and produce an argument on Twitter, here it is. He has a fight November 19th. In case you guys.
Yeah, I think Blue last month he talked about his that I agree with that. He did talk about that last month, I think.
Well, congratulations to Blue.
Fred, I'm pretty sure a football player owns BLK Prime.
Yeah, he came on here. Desmond Bishop. He came on here. And let me show you guys right here so you guys can see it.
They have good streams, Fred?
I've never been on it yet, but here it is right here. Brian Norman, November 12th, Kyle, on BLK. It's bang time, Black Prime Boxing. So he's fighting the main event November 12th. And then we got
that's what it's called. Black BP Prime.
Yeah.
BLK.
So Blue Blood posted a video about having associated.
Yeah, Black Prime. That's what it's called.
Yes.
I thought it was that Black People Network.
So what is Blue Blood on it? So what is Blue Blood?
His partner.
A partner? Like he's an investment partner, or he's a like media partner? Like is he financially invested in this?
I can't.
Didn't he signed a boxer? Blue did. Yes. Yes, it was on his video. I remember it now.
And I missed that.
Yeah,
part.
It was last month. Fred, I'll get it for you.
He's trying to do some stuff. I can't speak on it because that ain't my business to tell, but you know what I mean?
Congratulations to Blue Blood. I'm happy for him.
He said that in his live last month about this, and he signed a boxer. That's one of the guys, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I won't speak on Blue Blood's business. I just will point you to his channel.
Well, we can't hear you. Well, tell us what he said publicly, because I don't know, because it was probably in his live, and I probably missed his live that day. So feel free to elaborate. Congratulations, Blue Blood, on thinking outside the box. But go ahead.
Yeah, Blue Blood's a great brother, man. I don't know his exact association with it. I know he has a video saying he's associated with it and he signed a fighter. I don't know the details of his association.
Okay.
But
that's beautiful.
Yeah, but that's why the David reports just seemed a little fishy to me, because I know he has a fight November 19th.
So hey, Kyle, tell us what you know. Tell us what you can tell us. What he said publicly.
I mean, I don't know what he's talking about publicly. I know he said that he was working on something as far as this, but I thought there's another streaming service that's spelled like that, but it's for Black people, like all the shows and movies and shit. So that's what I thought he was talking about. But Black Prime is something that he's doing with some powerful people. So
okay, so Blue Blood is the promoter or manager of Brian Norman.
Yeah, he's helping put on fights.
He had him and his dad on that show when he was announcing all that.
And did he say that he's a manager or a promoter of it, or what?
I'm going to get it. I just know he said he signed him.
He did, because I want to help him promote it. Shit.
Yeah. Promoter.
I want to help him. I want to help him get his name out. I want to help Blue Blood for sure. That's a big deal. Jerry, you got anything on this, man?
Damn.
Anytime I see a fighter like Bud Crawford, who's probably my favorite active fighter right now, it's sad to see such a great fighter be so poorly represented. I've seen this with Marvin Hagler, and maybe a better example is Bernard Hopkins. For a good part of Hopkins' career, Don King was his promoter, and he was fucking the hell out of Bernard. Bernard was getting less than $100,000 per fight when he was making those middleweight title defenses. But for whatever reason, Hopkins, as great as he just wasn't popular. Just like Hagler wasn't nearly as popular as Ray Leonard. He may have been equally as good as Ray Leonard, but between the bad management and the lack of popularity, his career never really, and he had a great career. Hagler's a Rushmore, don't get me wrong. But like with Bud Crawford, it's sad to see, man, for me, because I guess he didn't feel like he was treated fairly there at Top Rank, but at least he got enough 11 years over there, and he made a good bit of money to where he doesn't have anything to regret in his career. But moving forward, without having proper representation, you just got to wonder what's going to remain of his career. And as far as the fight that they're announcing, I've seen where the same thing those guys seen where his opponent has already got a fight booked. I wouldn't believe that until it's officially announced, because no disrespect to Blue Bud, but he jumps the gun a lot of times, and he's been wrong a lot of times about predicting fights that he says are coming up, and they're not happening. I hope for Bud that whatever new management he has can get him fights and he can finish out his career, hopefully on a high note. But I'm not going to believe that fight until that fight's announced.
Yeah, I would lean on waiting for it to. Just said Bud signed to BLK Prime, so maybe the fight is true. So, Blue Bud just announced, because I know Blue Bud is live. We go live at the same time sometimes. So,
hey, I found the video, Fred. I'm gonna send it to you.
All right, timestamp it for me, and we'll play it. Okay. So, all right. So I guess the barbershop is going to be an affiliate of Blue Blood Promotions.
I would love to see Bud fight Ortiz, and I'd love to see Spence fight Boots Ennis.
Well, Earl's about to fight Keith Thurman in February.
Is that what you think is coming?
Yeah, I mean, it's just too much noise. It's just the barrel's making too much noise going down this hill, man. So, yeah, it's
it seems logical, and I think that's a good fight. But for the sake of elimination, like the top guys, I don't know. I like to see these young guys. I love to see Boots get a shot, and I'd love to see Ortiz get a shot. And they're both like #1 contenders to Spence and Crawford, so they gotta be in line there somewhere. As long as the politics and the different promotions wouldn't hold things up, to me, that's the two best matchups. I do like the Spence Thurman matchup, but I'd rather see him match with Boots.
No, he's not in within PBC. There's no way Al would spend money on Jerome Ennis when he didn't spend it on Terence Crawford. So Keith Thurman fight is next, and I believe that's what Al wanted all along. He negotiated.
You don't think that they wanted the Crawford fight? No. You don't think that?
100% don't.
I think they did.
Oh, you talking about? I 100%. I 100% don't believe, because you get the fight done. It's a huge fight, you know, and I don't believe PBC wanted it, because you listen to damn, what's the big boy's name? Tim Smith. You listen to Tim Jelly Donut Smith, you know what I mean, and he told us it's not worth it. We ain't got the money.
Well, that I believe. I don't think the fight, to pay the fighters' purses to what they should be and what they want, I don't think the fight is going to make any money beyond that, and that's where I see the problem being. Let's face it, PBC, whether they're doing great or whether they're not doing great, they're in the business of making money promoting fights. If they thought that was a profitable fight after the purses were satisfied, why wouldn't they make it? Of course they would make it. I don't see any. No,
I think they're preserving bodies. I really do. They're preserving bodies, because if you make the Terence Crawford fight, that means you got to find a fight for Keith Thurman. You know what I mean? And you got to make his guarantees. You know.
Hey, Fred, what about this one though? What if you don't make the Bud fight because Bud ain't that PBC fighter, and you run the risk of maybe losing the title?
I'm just gonna blame everybody involved, man. It's just a black eye for boxing, man. It's just a black eye for boxing, man. I'm just, oh my gosh.
For sure.
That was the smartest opinion that you could give right there, Fred.
Yeah, just blame everybody involved, man, because Errol and Terence should have had a personal conversation. You understand? And Errol and Terence should have been honest with one another and to get the fight done, you know, because the fact that you're going to Black Prime means that you've made some concessions.
For sure.
You understand? So,
for sure.
This is just disgusting, man. You know, Earl got one. Man. I mean, think about it. How many fights do Errol have at 147? And I told y'all this shit was gonna happen. Man, I'm like Nostradamus in this motherfucker. I told y'all, shit, man.
What you told us is that you blame Al
Crawford. If you notice,
yeah, he's part of the three, ain't he? Go ahead.
No, but you were singling out just him though. You corrected yourself tonight though. That was good.
No, I'm not correcting him. He's the only promoter involved, so he's the blame.
No,
what's the other promoter? Who's the other promoter?
Terence Crawford has people representing him.
I don't want to talk about it. Well, I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, it's fine.
You don't want to talk.
No, I do want to talk about it, but I mean, we're just rehashing 20-minute conversation that we had 2 nights ago that people don't want to hear again.
Eddie Hearn did a YouTube video. He was asked about Bud Crawford. He spoke really well about Bud. He said Bud came over here and talked with us, but was only a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, he said, because what he wanted and what we valued him at was worlds apart. This is what Bob Arum said. This is what Eddie Hearn has said. This is what the PBC has said. I don't know. I'm not in the room to know. But more times than not, man, if you got 3-4 parties saying the same thing, there's probably some truth to it. And what loved me most with me was when Eddie Hearn said it, because he doesn't have a dog in the fight. He doesn't promote Bud Crawford. He likes Bud Crawford. But there's, and I like Bud for standing on the square and saying, hey, this is what it's worth and I'm going to get it. And I cannot blame him for that. But at the same time, there are realities involved. Bud Crawford's pay-per-view sales suggest that the most you can pay him to fight Spence is maybe a $4 million guarantee with a piece of the back end. That's about the most you can pay him going in, to where you're not risking the losing money. And these promoters are not in the business to lose money, no matter how bad we want to see the fight.
Right.
Now, the fight could do better and make money, and he would make more on the back end. But then we come into this technicality where, like you said, he wants disclosure to see the back end. You can't blame him. But promoters, I don't know. I don't know if they open their books like that.
Yeah, they'll open their books. They're just not going to let him be where he wants to be someone who can approve. I mean, it's just too much involved with that. But I'd like to piggyback on what you just said, Jerry, because if we think about it, we can go right back to what Bud said out of his own mouth. Bud said either he's going to get the lion's share or it's going to be no, he didn't even say it was going to be 50-50. He said it was just going to be he was going to get the 60 or it wasn't going to be a fight. So Bud, it's his ego when you think about it. I mean, he made the statement. He did not deviate from it.
Well, they say he accepted the 35%. But he wants to see the back end books.
This is what people are saying. They're talking.
Anyway.
That's what people are saying. But let's talk about what did Bud say and what is the outcome right now.
He did say that. I remember him saying that a couple of years ago. But man, how does it suck for us boxing fans? As much as we put up with, and then to have a fight like that seems like it could be made, and historically it feels like it has to be made, being that they're probably the number 1 and number 2 pound for pound fighters in the entire sport. Never mind the fact that they're both in the same division and they're both undefeated. That's historical. That leads a lot of boxing fans to think, okay, this is the biggest fight in boxing. But the reality is, at least how I see it, is it's the most anticipated fight among boxing fans.
Exactly.
It's not the biggest fight.
Exactly.
There's a lot of other fights that are going to generate more money than this one, and that's where I see the fundamental problem. I know Bud and Errol aren't afraid to fight each other, and frankly, in disagreement with Fred, I don't think the PBC doesn't want the fight. I just think that the money, after the fighters' purses are paid, they don't feel like they're going to make money on it.
It's just not a big enough fight yet. That's as simple as you can put it.
I disagree.
I'm talking about number-wise, not as far as our anticipation, but as far as what the fighters are expecting.
Well, the fight is what it is then. It is what it is.
But it's not making the fighters happy as far as what they're getting paid.
But we're making what I'm saying is, if you say the fight isn't what it is, then it is what it is. I mean, 85 Chevy is an 85 Chevy. Dumb niggas put 22-inch rims on an 85 Chevy. Stupid nigga. Like like you get what I'm saying. So the fight is what it is.
But see the experts are going into.
It's not enough money to satisfy the fighters' purses.
Yeah, and the experts are going in the room. What they're doing is they're saying we got to come up with a plan on how to make this fight as big as we want it to be, or the fighters' expectations, everyone's expectations. So that's what they're doing. They're going into a war room to figure that out at this point.
So who do y'all blame? The fighters or the?
I blame everybody. I blame everybody. Everybody gets the blame from me.
Yeah.
You know, and I do believe the man who has the money, you know, gets the lion's share of the blame, since that's the word of the day, and that would be Al Heyman. Because if the networks isn't giving him the money, you know, why don't he go to create a network? Why don't he put up his own money? You know,
why would he do that? Why would he make a bad business decision? I'm not
asking for you to remix. I'm not. This is an absolute what I'm saying. So you rebuttaling me, you might as well just make a statement as opposed to a question. I'm saying this is if you have Errol, Spence, Terence Crawford, and Al Heyman in the middle, and Al Heyman is responsible for network and money, then Al Heyman has to make the executive decision to make this fight happen. You know, by the way, by Errol Spence tweet, it don't look like he was in communication with Terence Crawford and vice versa. You know, and the fact that Terence Crawford said all that shit to Blue Blood and didn't put it on camera the next day leads me to believe that there is some games going on. There is some gamesmanship going on. We'll never know until Terence Crawford come out and speak out, whether he got tweets, emails, DMs, phone conversations, whatever the case may be, because everybody's looking stupid. Because now we got, if he signed the Black Prime, now guess what got to happen? Now Al Heyman got to negotiate with Black Prime now. Oh man, it's just a whole bunch of bullshit. And I stand by what I say. Al Heyman needs to be kicked out of boxing, because what he's done to these PBC fighters and careers and made them so inactive is an atrocity. But that's a whole different subject. But as it pertains to Spence, Crawford, and Heyman gets the lion's share of the blame, and I blame Crawford and Spence for not being able to communicate with one another.
Yep. Anyway, like you said, I'm not gonna rehash it with you.
Mm-hmm.
Quarter where you rank, Fred.
Anybody else want to? Kyle, you got some? What's up, Kyle?
Yo.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think
what's up,
everybody's just. I think I'm gonna blame the business of boxing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna blame Bob Arum for lowering the value of Terence Crawford. I'm gonna blame Al Heyman for not wanting to pay the money. I'm gonna blame Showtime for not wanting to kick out the dough. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna blame the fighters, bro, because at the end of the day, you get what you negotiate. So, nigga, if I feel like I'm worth this much money, I'm not finna take less. So fuck what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like I'm worth $3 million, then give me my $3 million. If
that
not,
sounds good.
shit, fuck it.
Sounds right.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we're not in there taking them ass whoopings, man. We're not in there risking our lives, man.
Bro.
So fuck them suits, man. And so I'm not blaming Terence Crawford. I'm not gonna blame Errol Spence. I'm gonna blame the motherfuckers with the checks, nigga. Fuck them niggas.
But
and
they
I told
gotta
y'all the fight
accept
was
the
gonna
check,
happen no way.
Kyle, they gotta accept the check. I mean, look, if they're not willing to accept it and bet on themselves, because the deal could be cut and sliced a whole lot of ways. And you got this thing that they talk about, the back end, pay-per-view, all this
Ain't
type
no
of
back
stuff.
end. This shit phony.
You got to bet on yourself. The whole time when you look at it, between these two fighters, Crawford has been getting big guarantees. Spence has been betting on himself. He's built his pay-per-view money up. You know what I'm saying? So if he's the one that's bringing most of these pay-per-view buyers to the screen, all right, then he should get the lion's share. You know, but at the same time, you gotta blame the fight. You gotta blame the fighters if they're not accepting what the deal that's proposed to them, saying, "Hey, we can only afford we're only willing to guarantee this amount of money. The rest of it, you gotta be the producer of that.
All right, question of the day though. When has it ever been a fight where you didn't get no guaranteed money up front?
I don't know.
That's the fucking point, man. They didn't want to
Yeah.
get a man no guaranteed money. What kind of horseshit
You don't
is
have
that?
proof of that.
And
You don't
nah,
have proof
fuck
of that.
what you talking about, man. They never done that before.
You don't have
Never done it
proof.
before. Now all
No,
of a
you don't
sudden you
have
want to
proof
do
that
it
they
now.
weren't gonna give
Anthony,
him
let him
guaranteed
respond to you,
money.
Anthony, let him
This is
respond to
what
you.
I'm telling you, bro. There's never been a time that the PBC hasn't given nobody no guaranteed money. Everybody get guaranteed money. So they wanted him to get the back end of the money, but not be able to see the books. That don't make sense.
Dude,
That's goofy. That's
but
goofy business. Why would he do that goofy shit? Why would he? Y'all not gonna give me your front end. Y'all not giving me guaranteed money. Do y'all want to? Then I can't see what's going on. How much money we really making? Fuck that, man. Dog, it's the business of boxing, man. It's always gonna be the business of boxing. See, us as fans, we are conditioned to blame the fighter. No, blame the people with the fucking money.
You can't prove what you're
Hold
saying.
on, bro. Listen to what I'm telling you, dog. He worked his ass off to get to that point. That's what he did. He busted his ass in that gym to get what is coming to him. That's a big payday. That's what he worked for.
But you're making an accusation, Kyle, that you don't have anything in writing or any way that you could prove.
Everybody
what
already
you're
talked
saying.
about it, bro. They already talked about it. The
They have
reports
not
already been
talked
out.
about it. Has
All the
PBC,
reports been out
Al
already.
Heyman hadn't talked about it. Terence Crawford hadn't talked about it. Errol Spence hadn't talked about it. The people that are in the middle of the negotiation have not said that. You have YouTubers that are making these claims, what they hear, what they heard. You got reporters that have said things, and they have all been wrong each time. And those reporters are coming from the ESPN side. They've been lying the whole time.
Listen, there is somebody that is attached to him that says he's speaking for Terence Crawford, saying this stuff. And also my good friend, one of my homeboys, is Terence Crawford's best friend.
But if Terence Crawford ain't talking, dog, now it gets to a point.
When has he ever talked though, Fred? This ain't nothing new. This ain't
No.
This ain't a brand new thing. He ain't never talked.
I'm sorry.
You got Floyd Mayweather.
It's not like he's talking all the time. He's never been a talker. That was the problem at Top Rank. He wasn't talking.
But you got Floyd Mayweather came out and directly said something to the guy, Mike, what's his name? Mike Coppinger. And the guy, Mike Coppinger, he never did come back and say, hey, here's the proof. He never said it. Floyd called him out and said, hey, that's not true.
I'm actually the only one right, though. But anyways, continue.
I just wish they just pay the man what he wants so we can see this fight. But that shit dead now, I guess.
Yeah, that shit dead. Errol going to 154 after his next fight. He gonna fight Keith Thurman. And going to 154, dog.
I think he's gonna keep his word. He wants to be undisputed. He's gonna wait around to get that belt.
Man, Errol can't hold that weight, man. Errol's starving himself, man. Eating 1.5 pieces of chicken, 4 French fries, 2 carrots. You know, like, man, come on, man. He can't eat 3 meals a day.
He needs to stay at welterweight.
Might be worth it for him, though, man.
I agree with Kyle. Kyle.
I'm sorry, Mr. Maber. I get you next. I'm sorry, brother. I forgot.
Yeah. The last people I'm going to blame are the fighters. They don't make the fights. They don't finance the fights. They don't have control of the network. Nothing. They're the last I'm going to blame. First, I'm going to blame PBC if I got to blame somebody, and the network, because they're not putting up the money for the fight. But the question is why? Why wouldn't they? They're in the business of doing boxing and making money off of boxing. They're not putting the money up for the fight because between the fighters' purses, they don't feel like it's too much of a risk if they're going to get the money back. That's no knock on Bud's greatness or Errol's, but look at Bud's pay-per-view numbers. That's what they're going to go by. They're going to look at what he's done on those pay-per-views, 3 pay-per-views now, and they're going to look at Spence's too, and they see Spence's is about double, averaging around 300,000. Bud's have been like 90,000, 100,000. As great as he is, the numbers aren't there. How can you pay him you can't really pay him more than $4 million, which is about what Top Rank was paying them. But remember, Aaron claims he was losing money paying him that amount. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know, but that's what he said. And he was paying them on average $4 million. This fight, while it's big for us boxing fans, to the broader audience where the money could really be made, they don't know. They don't know about it like that. I mean, it sucks because these are such great fighters, but it's just the truth. So they can't guarantee Bud $7, $8, $9, $10 million and spend something similar, and then pay for the rest of the expenses and then gamble on if that's coming back, especially the PBC and Showtime, because Showtime ain't buying the fights. PBC is hurting because of it, and it sucks. But to me, that's what it is.
Jerry, how can you say all that? How can you say blame the promoters and the people with the check, and then turn around and say, but if they don't do it, it's because it doesn't make good business sense. When you at the same time you call them the business part of the whole matter. I mean, you can't blame them.
I would imagine that they would
say that they don't want to invest in something that they're going to lose money on, and blame them.
Well, tell me, they're in the business of promoting fights and making money off of it. You tell me why they wouldn't.
I mean, but that's what you said. You said they're in the business of promoting, making money. But if the fighters want so much money that it's not worth it for them, it's too risky, how can you blame the business people and not the fighters?
I see. Good point. That's why I said if I had to blame, because to me, I don't know that you can squarely blame it on PBC either. You see what I mean? Now, if Bud Crawford was to say, look, I want the fight for legacy, just give me $3 million and y'all can keep the rest, that fight will probably be made right now. But Bud, I think...
Why would he lowball his stuff, Jerry? You know he's worth more than that. I wouldn't take them $3 million when I know he can get 20.
I'm just using that as an example, right? I'm just saying as an example. So I would imagine that he probably wants between $7 and $10 million, which seems reasonable to me. And with him getting that, and Spence being the bigger pay-per-view seller, and the fact that he has the 3 titles, he's going to want at least the same $10 to $12 million. Now you're in the $20 million range. To me, and I know boxing fans, a lot of boxing fans feel like, okay, well, it should cover that easy. But I just don't understand. I know that promoters are in boxing to make money off of the fights. If they thought they could make money off the fight with the purses being satisfied, why wouldn't they make it?
Somebody's sabotaging this shit.
I mean, it's obvious, man. I mean, the fighters aren't willing to they're not willing to bet on themselves. At least one of them isn't, for sure. What we can say is that we know who has been betting on themselves, who has been taking low guarantees and waiting on the back end.
Who's that?
The PBC fighter. Fred says it himself that they're only giving these guys $1 million, $1.5 million, to fight. They're giving them low guarantees, and then they're using the welfare system of pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But that format was the format that was used throughout the 90s. Fighters would get their guaranteed money, and most of the money would come on the pay-per-view back end. Now, here in today's boxing, pay-per-view is not a popular format any longer. And with the streaming, which definitely plays a factor, it's just not a popular format any longer. But I don't blame Bud Crawford. If you was to tell me, look, you're not going to get any guaranteed money, and we're just going to pay you off of the net profit, man, if you don't show me what that is, there's no fucking way I'm signing. I can't even believe he agreed to the split to begin with, or under those terms. But if he did, I mean, you're damn straight going to show me what the fight made, man. Otherwise, I'm putting myself in a position to be victimized and extorted. It's like a bad record deal. I had this conversation with a guy with a show the other night about extortion and being extorted. That's a two-way street. You got to put yourself in a position to be extorted in order to be, exposed by an extorter. Bud Crawford is standing on the square to not do that. He's saying, look, I agree to these terms, but you got to fucking show me what the money is actually made. You're not just going to tell me, okay, well, no guaranteed money. But I also heard Charlo say, and I think I heard a couple of PBC fighters. I know I heard Charlo say that when he fights, he doesn't know what he's getting paid. I flat out heard him say that in the interview, that he doesn't know what he's getting paid until sometime later.
He's lying.
I don't know what type of guaranteed money he was getting because, according to what I heard him say, he doesn't know. The PBC got a funny way of how they pay their fighters. But the other thing I can say about that is this. In the history, 40-year history, I've been watching fights. One thing I learned to be true, whenever a fighter is unhappy with the money that they're not getting, you're going to hear about it. They're going to let you know one way or the other. Maybe not this fight, but the next fight or somewhere along the line, they're going to start really bitching about that. And I don't hear the PBC fighters doing that. They're actually kissing Al's ass for some reason. Anybody got a reason for that?
He signed their checks, Jerry.
They're actually begging for fights, Jerry.
What I'm saying, if they were getting small guarantees and small purses, they would be bitching about it, but they don't seem to be. I never heard Errol complain about the money he gets.
Well, I mean,
he's not, because he's happy. He's making a whole lot of damn money.
Because he's fighting and showing out on dogs, supposedly dogs in the ring, so they know he's worth what they're going to pay him. Because they know he's going to get down. Bud's going to get down too. They just pay the man. Let's watch the fight.
It don't make no sense, bro. You're right. It don't.
Man,
hear
stop making excuses for these motherfuckers in suits, man.
Charles has been waiting patient. Go ahead, Charles, Mr. Mabry.
I've been hearing what these cats been saying, and every one of them make a valid point. Do you know that the fighters is the product? They the ones that you're supposed to take care of. Back in the 80s and the 90s, you didn't have to beg nobody to fight nobody. Sugar Ray said, I want to get in there with Hagler. She said, are you crazy? I said, yeah, I want to fight him. They made the fight. They put their name down on the contract, and they got it on. These fighters are not like that. These promoters are not like that back in the day. It was only one snake back then. It was Don King. And Don King was lowballing people and whooping their ass. That was Don King, if you want to deal with him. Same thing, like I said, Crawford and Spence is the product. Now, what I can't understand with these promoters, ain't now one of them getting hit upside the damn head, or now one of them been knocked out, or even talk like a punch-drunk fighter. But yet still, these guys put their life on the line in that ring. And Fred, you are right. See, this is why people need to come to your show, because don't nobody know boxing like you do and the cats you have on your show. I am sick and tired of, we're going to fight. No, we ain't going to fight. I wish you make up your goddamn mind, because I'm getting sick of it. Because I'm going to tell you something. I don't got tired of paying for pay-per-view. Okay? The price is too damn high, and I just stopped paying for it. The only pay-per-view I paid for was Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Why? Because I knew they was going to go in there and try to kill one another. See, sometimes it ain't just about the money either. A lot of guys want to create their own legacy. Do you think them guys is in the Hall of Fame for nothing? Some of them guys don't die. And they in the Hall of Fame. They gave their life to the sport. These guys are walking around here with dresses on. Now, I'm pretty sure Spence want to fight Crawford. And I want Crawford to fight Spence. Because it will not be an undisputed champion until they do. Because even though Spence got 3 of the belts, Crawford got the other one. And you can't call yourself undisputed unless you got every last belt. And for us, what they saying that he don't know how much money he get paid after a fight. I bet you the IRS do. I bet the IRS know how much your ass paid. And another thing too, I'm gonna stay this Fred, I'm gonna get off here because I just want to hit some points because these cats are very wise on here. Let me just say this, man. I bet it's $600 on Deontay Wilder in the first fight. I lost. I took that same $600 and bet it in the second fight on Tyson Fury. And why did I bet on Tyson Fury? Because I knew he would endure. What I mean is that it wasn't the difference that Deontay Wilder couldn't fight. His endurance wasn't enough. That's why he got beat. And everybody cried, hey, he cheated. He did cheat. He told your ass at the press conference he cheated, and your ass ain't listening. He said, I did cheat. Your boy was back there with me when I did it. So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it, Deontay Wilder? I'm going to fight him again. Okay, you can fight him again, but you're going to get the same results. Because for me, I watched Deontay Wilder training. I never see him run. I see him do a lot of pad work, a lot of sparring, but I never see him run. And then he fight this guy, Helenius. He looked like Tyson Fury. Yeah, but he wasn't Tyson Fury. He was hallucinating because his ass got put to sleep. Right now, Deontay Wilder is the most dangerous fighter in the world right now. But when if it's a fourth fight and he get back in there with Tyson Fury, he got to have the endurance. How in the world could Deontay Wilder give out a breath when this guy is 50 or 60 pounds heavier than he is? Something wrong. There's something in the technique. Something is not going right here because it ain't the power. It ain't his heart. It's his endurance. Yes, I want to see the fourth fight because I believe that Deontay Wilder can beat Tyson Fury. But he got to change trainer. It's what it is. It ain't what it's supposed to be. I keep saying it and I'm going to say this in closing. Terence Crawford and Spence will not only be the ones to win that night. A whole lot of folks will win that night. The people that sell the t-shirts, the people on YouTube, the people at the concession stand. There's a lot of folks going to win that night. Make the goddamn fight. And quit walking around here thinking your ass going out a little money. Because your asses ain't. I ain't seen a damn Brinks truck follow a hearse yet. I can guarantee you that shit. Fight the goddamn fight. Get all that bullshit. Spence, Crawford, I'm telling you right now, on this air right now, damn the promoters, say this is what I want. Well, we can't do it. I'll be goddamn it, you can't. I'm the product. Your ass ain't the product. If you don't know like I know, watch what name? Mayweather. He got a $20 million check right after the fight. It's about business, baby. It's about you being the product and you demanding what you want. If you're not willing to go in there and make the money and create a legacy, don't get your ass in that ring anymore. And that's all I got to say, players. And I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it, man. Welcome back. Where you been, though? Where you been?
Oh man, I've been taking a little break, man, taking care of my grandbaby and things like that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Because last time you left, you went on vacation for a little bit. That's why I was checking.
Yeah, man. I'm playing the granddaddy this week. The only difference is, boy, I'm tired of going out to that garbage can with that pamper. Boy, that pamper about to kill me, bro. I can't take it no. Glad her daddy can't get her. I don't know what to do. And that's all I got to say, player.
Nah, I appreciate you, man. Hey, where our main man from Philly that just had to appreciate you, Mr. Mabry. All right. Where our main man from Philadelphia, man? He ain't called in a long while, man. Hopefully he's doing well. He just had a baby, man. What's up, Corey Lee? Ice season, baby. Man, Corey Lee channel popping now. Congratulations, dog. Hey, L-Dub says Blue Blood dropped 8 zeros on him. Man, he ain't getting no fucking 10 million, man. That's all media. That's all. I mean, they want to come in with a splash. They can say that and not have to prove it early. Terence ain't getting no motherfucking $10 million to fight no David Avenetian. Come on, everybody know that shit. You know what I mean? If you do that, sign me up. Shit. If you giving Errol Spence $10 million, that means if you commentate the fight, you gotta get 20,000. Shit. I'm joking.
Hey, Fred, BLK Prime, they'll put you in old boy on. Kenny Porter. They'll pay you about $1 million to get in there.
Yeah, we talked about that. I wanted to do it.
Hey, Fred, you got beef with Kenny Porter?
Nah, I have no beef with him. Nah.
I'm glad ain't what you said the other day, dog. What's up there?
You a low-key instigator. I like it, though. I like it. I appreciate you being an instigator because, I heard
you say it.
No, I'm with, I don't have no, I believe in self-defense. That's all. Chuck,
Jerry was listening too hard, Fred, because you said you were kidding at the end.
Yeah. But anyway,
you know how they could make that Spence Crawford fight and make it sound like a motherfucker is they put Eddie Hearn and Ellerby.
I knew Dr. Michael Foot was right about him the whole time, Fred.
Yeah, he instigated. It's cool. I like it because that's who I am sometimes as well. What's up, Max? What you got?
Hey, Max. We was right. Hey, Kyle, we was right. I'm trying to tell these motherfuckers. All year long, that fight ain't gonna fucking happen, bro.
Hey, listen, Fred, I banned this Errol Spence, Terence Crawford talk damn near a year ago. Okay?
Yeah.
Everybody made a lot of money off of it. I didn't even want to make money. I could have made a lot of money off this shit. You know what I mean? But I didn't want to fool the people.
Hey, if you want to wake Kyle up, hey, talk about Spence and Bud on his channel.
Listen, I'll give niggas 30 second
timeout.
timeouts, Fred. If you say Spence Crawford or you say the fight that we all want to see, I automatically tune you out off the channel. You know what I'm saying? You get 30 second timeout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, look, everybody talking about that fight. Listen, I'm not even going to acknowledge the Terence Crawford fight and David Asmanizza. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to. I'm not even going to acknowledge the fight. And people know if they bring up anyone's name, I don't even care if it's not associated. You will get that 30 second timeout.
But this shit was a negotiation tool, though. You know what I'm saying? Because if he's really getting that much money, just puts more pressure on PBC to pay him more money.
Hey, that motherfucking name sound like a DOS Effect song, huh? Dibba zabba zibba zibba funny bone.
It sounds like a gospel song. You know what I'm saying? Ebenezer Baptist Church and shit.
Hey, who is the dude? I don't even know who he is.
I thought he was Earl Spence mandatory for it a little bit. Was that the guy?
I think the dude's on like a 5-6 fight knockout streak, though.
Man, all them guys got knockouts.
We don't know who he is.
You know,
I thought that guy fought Shane Mosley, and that motherfucker.
Yeah, he did beat Shane Mosley in Arizona. He sure did.
Yeah,
he retired him. He retired him. He sure did.
Well, Shane should have been retired with his funky ass.
Yeah, he should have. You know, but I mean, you know.
But I'm saying he's old, man. That guy he's been around for a minute.
Yeah.
I don't know, but let me ask you guys this.
Oh, he got knocked out by Mean Machine? Oh gosh, man. What
he got knocked out by Mean Machine, yeah.
Man, what we doing? David Avenetian? What we doing?
Who is the next
how am I supposed to spend my hard-earned $39?
Yeah, for real. How are we gonna spend $49? But you know what? I want them to be successful, so I'm gonna promote it. Because I like the disruptor. I kind of like the disruption in the game. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna buy it.
But
I'm gonna buy that $40. I'm buying it.
But Fred,
yeah,
Fred, this is just another promoter coming in making a big splash that's gonna mess up the business of boxing. This is what you preaching against.
Oh, you could be right. But how about if these motherfuckers, Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, and Al Heyman, fucking up the sport? I don't know, man. It's all. I mean, you're right. You're right. But the fact that these fighters can't have long-term goals. You know, like how about a fighter as great as Shakur Stevenson? Everyone in the world can see his trajectory. He still can't make plans beyond 2023 because he don't know how many fights he's gonna get in 2024. Or how about a guy like J-Rock? He may have over-leveraged himself. He may have bought one too many buildings because Al Heyman said, "Oh, you're going to fight in December," right? And he doesn't get to fight in December. So now he got all these property taxes just sitting on his motherfucking counter. You get what I'm saying? So I mean, it's everybody, but I think PBC.
You got to blame J-Rock. You got to blame J-Rock because
get the fuck out of here, man. You blame the motherfucker that signed in the checks, man.
Listen to me though.
Dude, this
when
is
you
ridiculous.
Hold up. I'm just talking about what Fred just said. You cannot blame Al Heyman if you went out and overextended yourself on other business and then want to blame somebody else because
but if you have a verbal contract with he ain't fought this year.
Ain't no such thing. That ain't nothing but just talk right there.
Verbal contracts are binding in the court of law. What are you talking about?
Yes, sir.
It's a verbal contract ain't gonna be
man, come on, man.
Binding in the court of law.
I go to court 10 times a year, man.
Okay, so if I tell you, hey Fred, if you do this, man, I should be able to get you this fight in December. We should be able to get that worked out for you. You think that man told him, hey, I guarantee you I'm gonna have it. No, he said, I think we should be able to. Come on, man, he's smarter than that. We can do that.
All right. A professional fighter really believes he's not gonna fight in a year. Come on, man. Come on, stop the cap, man. Stop the cap.
You stop the cap. You blaming somebody else for somebody else.
Most fighters fight at least twice a year.
I know,
if not more. The very least twice a year.
We
But how you gonna blame?
How are you not? Hold on, bro.
There's
Listen,
no
I don't
fighter thinks
understand.
they're gonna fight
Hold on,
once
hold
a
on,
year.
hold on, hold on,
Hell
hold
no.
on, hold on. The fighter's job is to be ready to fight. The promoter, manager's job is to have fights for them to fight. How are you blaming the fighter because he thinks he's about to fight? This is ridiculous.
What I'm saying is,
God damn.
how can you blame
You go out and
the
overextend
promoter
yourself,
for somebody overextending
might
themselves
make,
in
and
their
then you
own
get injured,
personal
you can't fight
business?
anyway.
That's all I'm saying. I'm going on what Fred said.
Come on, man.
Go
Cut it out.
what
Cut it
Fred
out,
said.
man.
Because you told
Cut
me
it
I had
out.
a fight
Cut
coming
it
up.
out. It's like an NBA player. Oh, I mean, I got a guaranteed 4-year contract. Oh, the NBA season canceled. Well, come on, man. You ain't playing. We canceling. Nah, stop, man. Stop, Anthony. Stop, please. Please stop.
Okay.
Don't.
Well, maybe you should change your word.
No, I don't have to change nothing.
You're the only person that don't get it, Ant.
How you gonna tell me to stop? Okay, if Fred tells me, if Fred tells me, hey Anthony, I'm gonna pay you to be on this show, X, Y, and Z dollars. I take that. I go out and I spend all this money, expect this money come in, and then all of a sudden YouTube comes and cuts the line on everything. Nobody's making any money. How the hell am I blame Fred? Because I went out and did something stupid before I got the money.
Okay. All right. Well. All right.
Hey, Fred.
Yes.
All I'm saying is make sure YouTube don't cut us off then, man. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, black people do that all the time, man. They spend money.
Al got another chain.
How many black people you know? How many
I just
cousins
want
do
to
you
roll
have,
Fred?
Fred,
I need
that
you to
spend
stay
the
in
money
business.
before they get
Come
it?
on,
I mean,
man.
Listen, I mean, it's pretty much a line of credit, bro. Each fight is a line of credit in this game, man.
You can't do that.
Nah, he's just talking. He's talking off of context. That's all. He's
But listen,
pretending he's
this
Mr.
is why.
Absolute.
Hey, but Fredro, this is why the fans are in the position that we're in right now. We can't even get a good fucking fight.
Facts.
Dude, we had a great weekend on accident. That shit happened on accident.
It did. It was great. Man, it just sucks.
Boxing never just says, you know what? I'm gonna do right by y'all this weekend. This is what we gonna do.
Yeah.
They never do that. And this guy wants to put a cape on for Al Heyman in the PBC.
Right.
Listen, if we hold Bob and Eddie accountable for their bullshit, we gotta hold him accountable for his bullshit. Everybody is nobody's unscathed. In the words of the great philosopher, Sugar Free, no one is unscathed in this game. God damn it.
How am I not holding? If Fred said something that was accurate, that made sense to hold Al Heyman accountable, which I have, which when he said blame everybody, I agree.
Al Heyman gets the lion's share.
I agree with that. But when you say, hey, it's Al Heyman's fault because this man went out and overextended himself, no, I can't blame Al Heyman for that.
Okay, you can't. Okay, you can't.
I mean,
if you got a contract, you can't, and you got a contract with Al Heyman that says you're going to make this much money, and you're going to fight. Your next fight is going to be for this much money, and you have a contract, you have a binding contract, and it doesn't happen. So I understand.
So that's what you said. You're saying that you know that okay. So you're saying now you're saying that this guy had an agreement in writing from Al, and he was going to make this, and the fight didn't happen.
I'm not going to tell you.
I still can't blame Al if I go out.
Yeah, come on. Next one. Next.
Hey, Fred, I gotta go.
Final thought.
But it's the same story.
See you Sunday, Jerry.
See you later, Jerry.
All right, good. Now Jerry just want to talk again. You lying your ass.
When you can't win an argument, then you want to cut somebody off. That's what you.
No, I don't. Anthony, you know I know.
I want to apologize to the panel if I came in hot tonight. Maybe I was a little too emotional there. So
you said maybe you was.
Yeah, you an emotional
for that. And
don't apologize for how you really feel, Jerry.
You said that like it's part of a band, right?
Jerry, it's all love at the barbershop, man. You know that.
You're
we always get along.
I call you 2% milk, Jerry.
You're a hell of a guy. Hey, you
milk of magnesia.
Week, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. We can't hear him. I'm sorry.
The other night, Fred, when we had the discussion when Michael Fuller left, you know that night, man, I didn't get one fucking wink of sleep. I was up all night debating with myself about the show in my head, Fred.
Why?
Just I don't know, man. I don't know what it was. I just got worked up. I don't know. I just kept thinking about the show. Every time I listen to the show afterwards, I'll sit there and think about, a little bit for maybe an hour or so. But that night, I didn't even get one wink of sleep, man.
Hey, I didn't either, because I listened to it again.
I slept like a baby.
I'm gonna start calling you white plasma. Yeah. White plasma. White plasma is leaving the building. I don't know what that means, but it sounds appropriate. I mean, I already know what plasma is, but yeah. You got brown plasma. What's up, brown plasma?
We all brown, Fred.
Okay, I'm talking to Max.
Anyway, Fred, I came on here to ask a question that had nothing to do with what the fuck we were talking about, right? So I just downloaded my TD Ameritrade app and shit.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out what these first steps are, man. I got like $200 a month that I could figure out, like put towards something. So I'm thinking, do I start like a Roth IRA early? Do I do like an index, SP 500? Like,
yeah, you can. I mean, all those are safe.
So I just put like a little bit toward this, a little bit toward that, like 50, then
and then and as you get better, you'll get more confident. So the 500 are like the safest, right? Safest route. So
long term, right?
Yeah. And Roth IRAs too. So, but I need to be prepared to have that conversation.
Okay.
Because I know how many people I'm speaking to, and they're gonna say, "Fred, no, do that." So Sunday we will gladly have that conversation.
All right.
Hey, Fred, is it important to know to get the ones where you got day trades and the ones where you got to keep it in there because if you take it out, they penalize you, or you got the ones that you can cash out twice a year or something like that?
Yeah, it's. I'll explain.
I tried it. I got my money back, man. I ain't understand none of that shit.
If you guys ask me a question Sunday, I'll have an answer.
Okay. Hey, can we do Monday? I'm off.
Okay, Monday. Yeah, sure.
Let's get it. Money Mondays. Let's get it.
Money Mondays.
Man, because I'm trying to get like big dog over here, man. I'm trying to figure this shit out.
That's how I started with a $3,000 investment or whatever it was. I don't know.
Hey, Max, and use that same energy and that stuff we talked about the other night.
Yeah. Ooh, beautiful. Yeah.
Hey, where the hell is O at tonight?
Who's O?
The one that was supposed to apologize to talk to his daddy and shit so he can get married.
Q.
No, he said when he does, he's gonna tell us.
What white?
He's supposed to do that shit today, man. We ain't got time. We got time to waiting for these motherfuckers, man.
Jerry White.
Hey, another quick question, Fred. Yes. Another quick question about the money thing. Should I be starting on like the life insurance policy now?
You should always get
like
life
early.
Always for your daughter. That's for your daughter.
So that should be like priority over getting in the stocks and shit right now.
I wouldn't say priority because you're young.
Well, I mean, out of that 200, that should be like 100 of it, right?
Not even. It won't cost you that much for that.
It won't?
No.
Oh, shit.
Not a month. No.
So it's like a cell phone bill a month, kind of?
Pretty much, yeah. Cheaper. $30.
Oh.
$5. Yeah.
Hey, Fred.
He's like what?
It depends on it depends on how big your policy is.
You probably could get one. Yeah, it does. But you probably could get like $100,000 for maybe $500 a year.
Yeah, but you probably but you're going with the intentions that you're going to have assets. So when you die, they got to pay the taxes on your assets. You get what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that they can pay the taxes, so they don't go on.
Hey, Fred, I was watching a video a couple weeks ago, Waka Flocka, that can you borrow money off your life insurance? That's how he makes his money. They said.
Yeah.
Well, that's a different type of life insurance. It just depends on what type of life insurance you get.
Next week.
Yeah, I got a financial advisor, man, finna help me get to where I need to get to.
Fred, right there, Kyle.
Hey, Fred, Money Mondays, bro. Let's go.
Hey, listen.
We'll do one topic at a time.
Listen, y'all gotta understand. Me and Fred talk for about 30 minutes, sometimes an hour after the show is over with.
He just couldn't talk your ass out of that chain.
Like, we don't just talk on.
I tried.
Listen, man. They got too many cameras, man. I can't do it now. Too many cameras around, man. It's too hard to play that shit
Hey,
off.
I appreciate you for helping us out though, Fred, because I'm really curious in this shit, and I don't really trust a lot of people when it comes to my money and shit. You know what I mean?
You about to win. That's how it starts.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get up on these stock tips you be dropping on your IG and shit too. I'm trying to be like.
I meant to tell people to buy Amazon today, but I just didn't get around to it.
Shit.
What did Amazon drop to?
What was in the teens as of Monday, but I did my research on it on Monday. So
in the teens, what do you mean? Like one?
It was 116. Let's see, where's it at now? It made $7. It made $7.
Talk about the chakras.
Monday, but it's the holiday season, so
yeah, it's up right now then because
it was
like 104 or something when I bought
it was up on Monday, like the 5 day. Yeah, it was.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
But I think it'll get to like 125 by December 23rd, 24th, in there, somewhere in there.
That would be great.
Yeah, I think so. So I think we can get anywhere between 3.
See, I'm trying to even understand these conversations you have. This is Chinese to me right now. You know what I'm saying? But
you just talking about this per share, the price of Amazon per share.
So
yeah,
we'll talk about it on Monday. I'll do it for dummies. Like I'll spend 15 minutes on Monday for dummies. At the end of
I appreciate you.
Beginners sound better.
Yeah, beginners. Thank you. But no, the book for dummies. The book for dummies that I
I'm dumb as fuck when it comes to this category.
It's some yellow books.
But I'm gonna figure this shit out though for sure.
Hey, the Niners need to try to get Odell Beckham. That's the last person we need to get.
Yeah, that's some bullshit y'all pulled off that too. That's crazy.
He's gonna wait till week 9 and week 10. Who
Yo,
got the best chance to get a ring?
Talking about that.
Y'all get the most injury prone offense,
bro.
We just need him for a couple gaes, just like the Rams. See, the Rams ain't shit without him. That's how I was telling people, man.
You better hope that
Odell
all those players
Beckham
last by
is
the
reason
playoffs
for the season.
I give a fuck about them Niners, nigga.
Yeah, we can talk about them on Sunday. Anthony, you want to give your final words? Man, I got to go deliver some more boxes.
I got to deliver something else. My wife upstairs.
Oh God, man.
I like to.
Kids watching this, Kyle.
Men don't like hearing men talk about their wives.
Yeah, we can't get in on it.
We can't respond to it. We can. All we can say is like,
"I'm proud of you. Good job."
I got a question,
bad bitch. Oh yeah, tell me about that.
Yeah. What you do?
Hey Fred, listen, I ain't gonna lie. This one time I thought I muted my mic, right?
Oh, I heard.
He did not mute his mic. He did not mute his mic.
I heard.
Hey, shout out to DJ for being a great co-host.
Hey, he got that. I couldn't tell if it was you or her making noises though.
It was probably him.
I want to get y'all opinion on something though.
At least you said wife though. You got 4 beautiful kids, beautiful family. You know that's beautiful. Go ahead, Anthony. Anthony,
what would it be like?
It would be greater without.
What would you guys think about something like?
I thought this was final words.
No, I'll joke. Go ahead.
Well, I wanted to get an opinion. I wanted to get an opinion from y'all
for another 20-minute segment. All right, go ahead.
I was thinking about doing a YouTube on the secrets of the car business. I mean, is that something that would work?
Hell yeah! Everything works on YouTube. Everything you can put it on my show. And
I have no clue about how to do YouTube. Like I wouldn't even know how to begin a conversation really.
Well, if you have a Gmail, you already have a YouTube. If you have a Gmail,
okay. So how do I change if I came up with the title or the name of the show? How do I change that? I see Mex changes it all the time.
No, that's in his name thing.
That's StreamYard.
That's StreamYard, but it's the same thing.
You can go and Google and change your name too.
I was trying to do it and it kept kicking me out. Like I was just trying to set up a whole nother email or whatever in there. It kept just kicking it out. Like it just goes right back to where I started. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. But if somebody could guide me through that, I'd like to, start something.
Hey, I just found out today they have a thing called YouTube Academy on YouTube, and it's like a step-by-step YouTube, but it's about an 8-hour course, but you go at your own pace. It's free.
Oh, okay.
YouTube Academy. Just search it in a YouTube search.
All right, man, I'll check it out.
Yeah, I'll give you everything from thumbnails to titles to everything.
YouTube Academy.
This nigga Russell Westbrook was 0 for 11, 0 for 6 for 3, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 fouls, 2 points.
Send him
home.
Yeah.
Send
See
him
you later,
home.
nigga.
Future Hall of Famer.
Listen, I got a pick. I got.
He is a future Hall of Famer, though. Yeah.
Listen, hey, listen. This when I used to go to Foot Locker, like my homeboys and my homies used to work at Foot Locker and shit. So I used to get a lot of the posters and shit. You know, one I got is Russell Westbrook. I'm about to take that motherfucker down, man.
You better before you start shooting blanks.
If he's in a Thunder uniform, you can keep it up. If he's in a Thunder uniform, you can keep it up.
Nah, fuck that. You see it like so. You see when I was hooping for Job Corps, it's covering up his face right now.
But it's okay though, bro. This is just his Hakeem Olajuwon Raptor ears, man. This is just we ain't gonna remember this.
He makes me sad, bro.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give my closing remarks.
I appreciate it.
I hope whatever they do, whatever they're doing as far as this whole business of boxing and Terence Crawford and Spence, I just hope that whatever they're doing, they are able to hype this fight up to make it big enough so we all can see it. I really want to see who's the best between those two, and that's all I got to say, man. I enjoyed the conversation with you guys. Y'all have a good night.
It's all love, man, Mr. Anthony. Thank you, dog.
This is Jake Paul. This never would have happened, Fred.
Yeah, Jake Paul would have sacrificed his purse. I know.
You know it.
Yeah, damn sure would have. Birdman, what you got, dog?
Boxing like Christmas. You might want some shit, but you ain't gonna get everything. So
no,
you know,
definitely not.
It is what it is. Salute everybody on the panel.
Thanks for hanging out with us this week, Birdman. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I genuinely appreciate you, man. I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
All the time. What's up, Mr. Henderson? What you got, man? We've been on y'all. I had fun tonight. Thank you guys, man. 3 hours. Thank you guys. Keep the faith, Fred. Now fuck boxing right now.
Yeah,
I'm about to go to NASCAR. I'm about to go watch a car do the same thing for 3.5 hours.
Hey, Fred, you know I'm gonna start calling you from now on, bro? Fredro Martinez for now on.
Why is that?
I don't know, because you always just because it sounds good. You got to start doing your Spanish voice. When I do it, you got to do this.
I forgot it. How did my Spanish voice go? Pedro Hernandez. We say Hernandez?
No, Fredro Martinez.
Oh, Fredro Martinez. Hey. I gotta bring those videos back, man. I gotta. Hey, all these. Hey, Pedro Martinez. Who? Pedro? Who? Who'd you call me? Pedro? Who?
D'Anthony Martinez.
Fredro Martinez. Is that what you call me?
Yeah, Fredro Martinez. Yeah,
Fredro Martinez. At least I get a fight on PBC, eh? At least I get
Hector Jackson. They used to call me back in the day. When we thought I had an illegitimate kid, they used to call me Hector Jackson. So child support can take the money.
What's up, Mr. Henderson? What you got, man?
It was a decent show, I say. Good show, but like, yo, Jerry, be careful out here, man. You heard?
White plasma.
Be careful out here, you heard?
White plasma Tasker. Yeah, that's his name. Jerry White Plasma Tasker. Coming in the ring, weighing 44 pounds of Newports. Jerry White Plasma Tasker.
Yeah, I'm about to get on. I'm gonna start getting on Jerry ass. He's so damn
plumber's
old.
father.
I know.
So damn old.
Plumber's farmer.
Jerry
From Redneck, Oklahoma.
Remember the coal miner's daughter? He's the plumber's father.
Plumber's farmer, AK from Redneck, Oklahoma. Weighing 99 cartons of Newports.
Mister, most of my best friends are black.
Yeah, Jerry White Plasma Tasker.
I've never been to war, but I'm gonna tell you about war.
Hey, Kyle, tell before you said that I was bartending today, and one of my brothers, he works security, And then one of the guys at the bar, the construction dudes, are like, "Oh, he work here too?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, this time." I was like, "That's my little brother." Like, no, I was like, "No, that's my real little brother." He's like, "It ain't your little brother. That's my brother." Bro. I had to show him my family pictures, bro. Like, look, this is us when we were young. This is it. He's like, "Oh shit, you got a white brother too?" I was like, "I'm telling you, like, got a white redneck, not redneck brother, but he drive a pickup truck and shit, colored eyes." So, you know, it's always
2022, man. Niggas cannot be surprised that a Mexican got a fucking black brother and a white brother. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, was your mom in the Tupac video?
He might have been. My mom had to get all the flavors, I guess. So
hey, you got to say that on Sunday. Hey, yeah, we got to introduce Jerry on Sunday. Okay, Wayne 84 cartons of Newports.
Hey, you gotta get that Michael Jordan music.
Hey, I don't make the rules. I just enforce it.
And now
from Redneck, Oklahoma,
hey, Fred,
Wayne 99 cartons of Newports. Very white plasma Tasker.
Hey, Fred.
Calling on the rotary phone. This nigga Jerry be calling to
a rotary phone.
Oh God! What's up, Bobby? Man, Bobby.
Listen, look at here, buddy.
Appreciate you, big homie. Yeah, Wayne 84 packets of Newports.
Yeah.
You look at here, buddy.
Oh my God, man, that's funny as fuck, dog.
But yeah, my last comment.
I don't work here. I just make the rules.
Yeah, facts.
My last comment.
Yes,
I blame Kyle and Mex. Because if Michael Fuller would have been here, that'd have been some shit, boy. Y'all fucked it up. Y'all fucked it up.
Y'all
fucked it up.
Hey, I only had about 20
seconds
tonight.
No, don't put that on me. Hey, hold on, Delonte. You hold your horses, big boy. You don't put that on me, cowboy. No, DJ and Mex.
Oh, that is true. Yeah,
Queen,
that is true. It was
Miss Patricia Shelton.
It was, yeah, you're right.
Was responsible. Kyle Davis wasn't responsible for this. I'm the reason why we call the man Dr. Fuller. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not the issue. It's Mexico, Miss Patricia, and DJ Big Ass. You know what I'm saying? And they'll go how you think it is.
Fred, you remember
that? Oh shit, Fred. You do know Michael Fuller called DJ a nigga though. He did call him a nigga.
Yep. He did. Yes, he did.
I went back and watched it.
Up, you can. I send you the exact minute that it is, and we could all get a nice little laugh out of it if you want.
And him and DJ were the first two on Kyle's show that night. And
That's hilarious.
Hey, we went south real fast. That shit was good.
That nigga said, he said
it was good.
Hey, Fred, he said it's a few things I need to talk to you about.
Nigga.
He said, call me, nigga.
Hey, remember he gave me a 45-minute breakdown how he don't use the word, he don't allow people to use the word around him, he don't speak to people like that, he don't lies.
That motherfucker Jerry is. We gonna talk about y'all motherfuckers being the underclass tonight. Under all that motherfucker was like, we talking about you niggas tonight. Yeah, that's he came in like, oh no, yeah. Every time you breathe is racism. Yeah. He was trying to find a way to bring it in.
Hey, I'm telling you. Hey, listen. You heard what I told him? I said Michael Fuller's not on the panel today. Now Michael Fuller, listen, dog. Corey Stevenson missed weight. And he blamed the system of racism. I said, come on, bro. They bring up race, dog.
For missing weight.
Yeah, he did that Sunday. I was in on his head, man. I was like, come on, dog. He missed weight. What the fuck? They put more fat in the burgers in the McDonald's on Martin Luther King and Malcolm X Boulevard than on Rodale Drive? The fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, they don't have McDonald's on Rodale Drive. Hey, I was gonna do a video yesterday. I went to McDonald's to get a gift card for. I need to plug this too. I was doing a mentorship with the kid, so I got him a $10 gift card to McDonald's. I know, yeah, I can write. Oh, you shouldn't have got him McDonald's. You should have got him some Impossible meat. I know, niggas. But anyways, I went to the McDonald's on Manchester and is that AV8? Manchester and whatever street that is. I can't. Airport. Manchester and Airport. And I realized it was all Latina women or Mexican women, Spanish women working at McDonald's. it's funny how they protect one another. Hey, come work with me. Come work with me. I got you.
Got the plug.
Yep. Yeah. How we the only people that don't believe in nepotism, man? Fuck. The Hawthorns believe in nepotism. Fuck y'all. Shit, nepotism gonna be our best friend. You know, we gotta believe in nepotism, man. You know, I know they all not related, but they're related. You know, so they were speaking Spanish, working behind the counter because they had a difficulty making my gift card yesterday. The girl didn't know how to do it, but they were just speaking Spanish and serving the food. I was like, damn.
We're taking over one city at a time.
Hey, what that fat boy say? That fat comedian on the Netflix special. He said, "Man, they should have hired me to do the Oscars or the Emmys because the black people were boycotting or something like that." And he came out and says, "Well, this is me again doing the job that nobody else wants to do." I thought that shit was hilarious, man. That shit was funny. I heard that today.
Fred, you a coon, bro. And we're gonna make a video about you tonight.
Capital C, capital O, capital O, capital N. Shit. I kept my family together, man. Niggas hating on me, and you know what I mean. And, you know, I don't care.
Nah, from now on, when we in the middle of these heated racial talks, I'm just gonna ask for some financial advice, bro. That's how I'm countering all this shit, bro. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Capital C. Capital O. What do you sell?
Hey, we had a very
who do you are?
Yesterday, though.
Boom. What's
with
up?
Smoke. That was a very productive show yesterday. We Get the Smoke. On my channel yesterday, we had a very productive conversation on my channel.
He gave me like he's the reason why I download the Ameritrade shit because he told me go ahead and get that going.
Who's that?
One of the homies that be on the channel with us.
Dope. Tell him to come on here. Talk. Yeah.
Got you.
Good luck, Fred. Good luck.
Oh, he goes in on what? What did he go in on?
Anything.
Okay. Well, you know.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. So next Wednesday, Fred.
You got to put time limits on motherfuckers.
Me and him are debating on my boy Knockout's channel. We got a debate series. Me and him debating about Jake Paul being the face of boxing. You feel me?
Oh, let's promoting the fight. So that's cool. You know, good luck to him.
Well, so you having a fight party at your house for the Jake Paul fight?
Yeah, you. I'm not even gonna watch it. I'm not even gonna watch it.
Hey, we're gonna have a fight party here in my apartment. We can do it.
College football gonna be on. I ain't thinking about that shit with college
Fred,
football.
Who do you think you are, Fred? You think you're too good for Jake Paul, the face of boxing?
No, I'm gonna watch college football. I'm not changing. I'm not coming in my office to watch this little ass screen when I can sit in my living room and watch college football. I'm not doing that. Hell nah.
You want me to buy you the Jake Paul fight?
Nah,
you can watch it on your big screen?
We can put that money in your stocks.
Oh, I see.
No, that is a stock.
Fuck you, Fred. I see what you did there.
Yeah, I don't need that shit. Hell no. Nah.
Wait, is that?
I can put some money into that bet nap.
Not right now. What'd you say, Kyle?
He got a bet nap. I'm gonna try to see if I can invest into that bet nap.
If it passes, I heard this shit's Prop 27 is about to lose big in Cali, man.
Well, we'll find out November 8th.
Yeah. Hey, vote yes. Yes on Prop 27. Please.
Yeah, they lying. You want your kids? You see that ad?
Because gambling addicts.
Fuck. That shit's so quiet.
Every kid that has a phone is gonna be.
Look at this manipulation. Look at fuck YouTube, right?
Yeah. And there's that one, and there's the Indian ones. We ain't gonna have no money. We ain't gonna have no more money.
Yeah.
Hey man, fuck. First of all, y'all lost. You lucky you got the reservations and shit you got. We didn't have to give you shit.
All right.
Y'all lost. But
what's all this weak shit, man? Shut the fuck up, man.
I'm an American.
Yeah, okay.
I'm an American. These colors don't run.
They're gonna let you know that you're not there in a minute. All right, Fred, let's give out these final thoughts.
All right, yeah, Max, what you got,
final
man?
Thoughts. Hey, once again, thank you to both y'all, man. Both of y'all really helped out, man. My in this past year that I've been fucking with y'all tough, I've been gamed up, learning a lot more shit, and I'm interested on learning this financial shit, Fred. I'm juiced up, man.
We'll do a stock for dummies the last 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some notes.
Yeah, we'll transition out. That's important.
And I will say this. Y'all need to play the song more, Fred. You stop playing the song, Fred. There's a lot of people that need the song fucking played on it, Fred.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna incorporate a silent button. Like when we do these panels. Yeah, where people in the chat can pay to tell people to shut up.
Oh,
$10 and $20.
I'm about to make you some money.
I'm taking that. Hey, we take
Let me
that
get
idea to
10%.
the box.
Let me get 10%.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, because
Hey.
my channel, and the reason why we can do that because I didn't monetize this channel, so that'll be a way where it benefits and it make more interactive. Yeah. So if you want Deacon to shut up, cash at me $10. Shut up, Deacon. You got to go in the back.
How long? What we doing?
Be rich.
I ain't gonna be rich. It's just a way to make the show fun.
We're doing 30-second timeouts or what?
Maybe I don't know. I got to think about it, but we're gonna do it though. We're gonna do it.
Sounds good.
So if y'all want Kyle to shut up, you gotta shut up.
Oh, I'm about to send you something right before.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna have
y'all at the boxing session at 12 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have one queued up for every time you bring Kyle back. Boop,
Right,
no, go back.
Right. Yeah. We'll do that, man.
Oh man, hey, much love to y'all, man. I'll holler at y'all.
I
Hey,
appreciate you,
Matt.
Taiwan Berry Hill.
What's
Mr.
happening?
Berry.
I'm glad we can change your life in the way
Man,
we
shut
did.
the fuck up, bro. Hey, you just get your fucking knees ready, bro. Because anyone that's a basketball on the court, you getting it. That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to referee this shit, Fred? We coming down to LA next month,
I wanna
right?
play.
He want the one-on-one fade on the
November
—
26, y'all coming down, right? Yeah, we
Yes.
gonna link up. We gonna link up. Uh-huh.
Hey, mouse in the house. You see me in the post, you feed me. All
Yeah.
right.
Hey, yeah.
Max. Hall of
Appreciate
Fame.
it. Yeah, man. I feel good, man. How you feel, Kyle?
I'm a happy guy.
Hey, thank you guys for coming to the shop today. Our numbers got better this week. Thank you guys. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you for sharing it on Facebook and all that. I can tell when y'all sharing it on Facebook because I see people that I've never seen before, you know. So thank you. Like in the comment section and stuff, I can tell that y'all shared it to new people. So keep on doing that, man. This is our cyber home. So thank you guys. And this panel shit is fun.
Told you, Fred.
Let them get off. You said, oh, let them get off. Yeah, I do say that 100 times, man. Let them get off, dog. You know, hey, because I ain't gonna lie. I be listening to people talk on panels and shit, and I be like, nigga, let him finish his point. I'm curious, you know? I know, but anyways, I appreciate you, guys.
I got a whole drop for that now.
What's that?
So I got 817 telling somebody, let me talk.
Who's 817?
You know 817 needs to build a channel. So basically,
oh yeah. I know you're talking about.
So
I ain't seen him in a while. That's why.
So he's notorious for cutting people off, right?
Oh, is he?
So it's ironic that I put him to tell people to let them talk. So it's like, let me talk. But he's notorious for cutting people off. So
is he? Yeah. Well, hopefully he's doing well, man. I wish him well. Appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all, man. I'll see you guys Sunday, man. We ain't got who's fighting this week? Anybody fighting this weekend?
Sergio Martinez and Jose Gonzalez.
Yeah, probably the zone got to fight this weekend somehow, some way in somebody's country. You know, Eddie Hearn's probably in Mexico, man, trading in pesos for, you know what I mean? But, you know, anyways, man.
Tonight.
Love y'all, man. Holla.